Hello, bonsoir. Hey, everybody. Hi, good to see you. Let me greet everybody. Church, you're right next to me. Don't worry about it. Don't. They can't hear you yet, though. Hello, Grix. Hello, Munch. Hello, Apom. Hello, Black. Hello, Bach. Good to see you. Been a while. Hey, Murdoch. Hey, Dib. Hello, Munch. If I didn't say that already. Oh my goodness, you had to get your teeth removed. God, Apom. I hope you feel better soon. Your wisdom teeth. Sheesh. And then let's see. Anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, your dog ate chocolate. Oh no. Okay. Also, hello, Emblem. All right. And also, hey, what's up, Lost? Good to see you. Okay, everybody. Welcome to Bard and Banter. This is my interview show, and today's guest, this is episode six, by the way. Today's guest is none other than the one, the only, and the wonderful Church HB. Everybody give a round of applause. Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. But yeah, so I assume that you've seen the show before, right? Because I think we've asked this before.
I have now.
Yeah, all right. Seen an episode or two.
Indeed, I had it prepared.
Yeah. But as I like to call it, it's simply just it's what's it called? It's an interview, and it's also a board game. But I basically treat it like a podcast, so it's something that people can leave on in the background. But I find that the best way to get to know someone is usually over a nice little game that's not too hard to think about.
That's
Although,
very fair.
yeah, although maybe I might have been a little over my head with this one because I really wanted to play it.
Oh no, I'm down for whatever ride we're about to go on. I'm excited.
Yes. Okay. So in the beginning portion of the show, I will teach you how to play this, and everyone else who is here right now will also learn how to play this at the same time. Now, I actually do own this game in real life, but it's been so long since I've touched it that I've kind of forgotten how. Oh no, I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on. Let me get that fixed real quick. There's no pan, there's no bird. Give me just a second. Bird broke. Don't worry, I got it.
No, not the burb.
It's because it's not on. We gotta wake him up. Everything broke. Don't worry. Let's see. That's not broken though. Let's see. First off, is this working now?
Batman who is rare green heavy person. Is see here to zip me sum chesto berry.
Yeah, that's working now. And then let's see here. And then I gotta make sure this is working. Come on. Come on. Oh, don't play the sad music right now. Yeah, and do you have chat open, by the way?
I do have chat open.
Okay, great. Oh, hey, there it is. Ow. All right, everything's working again. Bird got sick. No. Hibernation? No, it's not. Suffers I have. No, it's fine. But yeah, okay. So the first portion of this show is that we're going to learn this tabletop game together. Normally, I would just very quickly teach you how to play it. But in this case, I forgot. It's been too long, and I did not have enough time to go and read all the instructions again. So
Well,
I
that's
guess
better. At least that's one.
everybody can just follow along with me. Right over here. I'm going to zoom in real quick. But hey, welcome to this game called Hocus. Basically, it's owl poker. What do I mean by that? It's poker with extra steps. You play poker before, right?
I do. I do.
Yes.
Texas them quite a bit.
All right. I figured this would be very in theme because I'm a bard and you're a Las Vegas bartender.
Indeed.
Queen of Hearts, indeed. I'm here for dramatic effect. 10 out of 10 for Braun for forgetting the game. I'm here because my neighbors are still praying at 3:45 a.m. Good God. Good grief. But what was I going to say? Yes. Wizard poker. This ain't Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry. This is owl poker because we got owls who are wizards and we are going to be making hands in order to get points. All right. But there's some shenanigans happening too. So let's start with the introduction. We're just going to go through this whole thing. Oh my God, underscore. Ow, gold pan, congratulations. I still haven't figured out why the animation of the pan is like lagging, but you know, at least it's working. That's the good news. That's the good news. I only left the party 30 minutes ago. Oh my God. It's a rager, to be fair. Okay, that explains it. Okay. Hocus is a classic card game beloved by ancient folk, now redesigned for modern humans who may or may not have the gift of magic. Hey, that's me, modern day bard. It is about managing a limited hand of cards and wielding spells to create ranked sets of cards that are superior to your opponent's sets. Using elements from classic poker games, Hocus expands and revises them to create fresh and magical experience. So yeah, it's poker with extra steps.
I see.
So anyways, there's not only is there just like one pot of like money, but there's like three. So players build the best sets by combining shared communities. This is a lot of buzzwords. So 4 cards with 2 personal pocket cards, right? It's like how you have the flop, the river, and all that, and you have your own hand. But unlike in traditional poker, you also build communities, pockets, and pots using cards from their hands on individual turns. So it gets yeah. There are multiple communities, each with a pot and 2 pockets per player. So as you can see here, there's a lot of cards, but we don't play with all the cards because there's only 2 of us. So let's do the setup first. Give each player a reference card and a set of 2 score tracking cards. Poker chips also work well. Thankfully, we have that in tabletop, so it's not a problem. Then each player takes a set of 3 advanced spell cards of the same type and places the cards face up in front of them. So we'll have some like cool class powers, if that makes sense. So let's do that first. So if you go join me back in the middle of the table over here, we have quite a few classes here. Yeah, there are 8 of them. So why don't you take a look at each one and see which one looks cool to you. So hold Alt in order to just mouse over them and then look at them more closely. Oh, I see. Oh, the basic spells are... Wait, no, there's no advanced spells. Weird. Oh, never mind. Okay, the advanced spells are built into these cards, so that therefore... in the actual game, there's like actual cards that you can hold and look at, but this works too. So in other words, these are like your cool powers. And
trying to figure out how many you could have in each community pocket.
Yeah.
I see.
So for now, I think just pick whichever class screams you the most.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Chaos.
Okay, let's go with that. Here you go. Then we'll leave that in front of you.
Yep.
For me, I'll go ahead and choose. Good question. I guess enchantment works. Let's go with that. We'll set the other ones aside. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we have these. Let's go back over here to the instruction booklet. Continue the setup. Each player takes... Oh, right. We already did that. That's included. So now we set up the deck. The deck already it's already set up for us, so that's the good news. We can skip step 3. And then step 4. In a 2 to 3 player game, deal 10 cards face down to each player. And then in a 4 to 5 player game, deal 9 instead. So there's 2 of us, so we're each going to have 10 cards each. So let's take this deck over here. And then I'm just going to deal the cards.
Oh, I like
2,
this. I like
3,
not being the one to
4,
deal the cards.
5, 6. Oh, I forgot to shuffle them. Put them back. Mouse over the cards in your hand. And then just do that.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, so go ahead and select them by as if you were to drag. So just drag a box triangle over them. Yeah, and then and then just hover over the deck, and they should. Ooh, don't worry, I got this. Or do this. There we go.
How did you flip them over, Bronze?
Oh, press F to flip over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, learning. And then you can press R on something to shuffle it. Yeah, go ahead, give it a shot. Oh, hey, Gamba. Hope you're well, thank you. Oh, wait, no, I already read that. Is that church? Yeah, Luma, that's church. Oh, sorry. That's church, Lemon. The $1 quindecillion VTuber, yes. You guys, it's a running gag now between you two. I summon Pot of Greed. You got this, thank you. It's not a contest, it's just the game we play. But anyways, now we can deal, now that it's shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you very much. But let's see here. What else is there? Now that we've dealed, wait, yeah, it's 10, right? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's 10 cards each. Now that we've done that, step 5, randomly determine the first player. Heads or tails?
Tails.
I always keep a quarter on me. Never know when you're gonna need it for emergencies.
That's true. I keep a D20 at my desk at all times.
Yeah. Spirit Wolf, hello. Welcome in. Learning is good. We all start at 0. Yeah. Here we go. You said tails, right?
Yes.
It's heads. I'll go first.
Beautiful.
All right. So let's see here. Here is a 3-player game at the start of the game. So, okay, so this is the setup, right? You have the pot, and then you have communities. Each player has 10 cards, 3 spells in front of them, and the remaining deck is set to the side. Yeah, all right. So this is what, if you look right here, where my cursor is pointing, right, at this diagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the pot is next to the community. The community is basically the cards that get revealed from the pot, I guess.
Okay.
That makes sense. And then our spells are just stuff that we can do from hand. All right, how to win. The game ends when at least one player has 25 or more points at the end of a round. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. In the event of a tie, tied players share the victory. For a longer or shorter game, modify the number of points. Yeah, we can do it with one. We'll try once with like 25 points.
Sounds like a
So how to play. The game is played in rounds, which consist of a series of individual player turns. Each round beginning with the first player and continue clockwise, players take turns in which they must use one spell, as well as optionally one owl they own, before or after the spells. Spells and owls are explained in the sections below. So basically, we're each going to take turns doing something until we've each taken a turn, and that's the round.
Okay.
All right, up here. Spells, generally speaking, add cards to the communities, pockets, and pots. Okay, so we looked at the diagram. The pot is the kind of the stack next to that gets revealed. The community is the actual thing that is revealed. And then the pocket is basically the thing you have from hand, right?
Okay. I think so.
Okay, so you get the hand, you got the
Yes.
you kind of got the deck, and then you have the revealed cards.
Okay.
Those 3 things. That's what I understand. All right.
I gotcha.
Okay, cool. Have fun. Have a good one, Gamba. The model's so good. Yeah, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to hide the question. I'm so dumb. All right, no more looking at the question. Okay, what was I going on about? All right. So, each community is a pool of cards shared by all players. Okay, yeah. So community is the cards that get revealed. Everyone can play from that. As in to make a hand.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the river. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's the
see.
river. The community is the river. Every
Okay.
community, and then every community, every river has a pot, which determines its point value. Oh, I see. Never mind. That's different. And finally, every player can have up to 2 pockets, which are their private cards they combine with the community to form sets to win the pot. So that's the things that's like poker. It's just that
Okay.
it's just that they renamed it to sound fancier. Okay.
I understand. I think I'm on board.
All right.
Understood.
Cool. There's no limit to the number of cards that may be in a hand. Players with no cards in hand at the start of their turn must pass and use no additional spells. Okay. When only one player remains, that player can no longer draw cards using any method. I didn't know there was an elimination to this.
No, dear.
Oh, maybe that meant that like when no one else can play anymore. Okay. There are 2 communities in games with 2 to 4 players. Yeah, there's 2. And 3 communities with 5 players. We don't need to worry about that. The end of the round is triggered when all communities have 4 cards. Okay, so once all 4 slots are filled in, then the round is over. When this happens, every player, including the one who triggered the end of the round on their turn, plays one final turn. Okay. The round also ends immediately in the rare case no players have cards in their hands. After the round ends, move to resolve showdowns. Okay, so basically we're just going to keep doing stuff sequentially on our turn until we filled out all the slots in the middle of the board. There are 4 slots total for the river. What happened? We're playing this board game called Hocus, which is wizard poker. I'm not even joking. It's poker with spells. Let's see. So here's a round in progress with 3 players. An owl card has been played to community 1. A sword and cup card have been played to community 2, which also has a single card played face down to pot 2. There's more details, but let's see. After the round ends, there's a showdown. Okay. Players use their pockets, which is their personal cards in their hand, with communities to build sets. So trying to get the best hand. Tadampy, hello. Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
And Karina.
Yeah, we love casting spells. So there's 1 showdown per community. First, reveal all face-down cards in all communities. Then, the first player chooses the order to resolve showdowns. For each showdown, so we commit pockets. So beginning with the first player and continuing clockwise. Each player chooses 1 pocket, so a pair of cards, to commit to the current showdown. Players may pass instead, or might be forced to pass if they have fewer pockets than there are communities. Huh. Oh, I see. I forgot. I remembered something. You can... So, you know how normally in poker you only have 1 river?
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 rivers, which means you can play both rivers if you have enough cards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Cool. Reveal the pockets, and then the player with the best set built using 5 cards from their pocket and the community wins. See the list of sets on the next page for more information. Yeah, we know what the sets are. And then score points. The winner adds the point values shown on the cards in the pot to their current score. Yeah. They adjust their score tracking cards such that the highest value revealed on the tracker is the score. Interesting. I don't know what that means yet, but maybe we'll figure it out. The winner places any owl cards from the pot in front of them. So if a card has an owl on it, I guess. In the event of a tied showdown, no players claim owls, although their points are still allocated as normal. Okay. So here's a showdown being resolved in a 3-player game. It's always the examples that help me understand it the best. The players are resolving the lower community, surrounded in red. The bottom and left players have pushed forward pockets, so these hands here, right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Face down to use the community, right? That's the showdown. The right player only has 1 pocket and has declined to play in this showdown because they don't have... basically, they only have 1 pair of cards left in their hand, and they want to save them so that they can play in the other river instead.
Oh.
They'll compete for the other community, yeah. The lower community has 3 cards in the pot. Oh, I see. So basically the pot is how many cards you're betting.
Mm-hmm. Like chips. In this
Yeah,
case.
basically. Let's see. So beginning a new round. If any player has 25 more points, the game is over, and the player with the most points wins. Otherwise, gather and shuffle all cards except claimed owls. Deal 10 cards each player, and the player with the fewest points becomes the first player for the next round, breaking ties that left the previous player. Okay. Signalis is making me gonna lose hair. Oh, geez. What is this game? It's called Hocus. It's a board game. My brain's still barely awake to understand these funny words. Don't you worry. I find that most board games, like, it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo when learning it, and then after that, when you finally jump in, it's like, oh, I get it.
I'm definitely a hands-on person.
Yeah, same. It's like, I don't get this until I actually do it, but I have to be able to understand how to do it first. Thankfully, we've all, I assume that all of us have played poker. If not, then understand that these are the hands that you do. A straight flush, which means they all have a sequential number with the same suit, which is the same type, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 of a kind, full house. So 4 of a kind is literally 1 of each number from each type. Full house, which is you have 3 of a kind and 2 of a kind of the same number. And then after that, flush, which is you have all the same type, not necessarily the same number. You have a straight, which is just a sequence. 3 of a kind, 2 pairs, one pair, and then high card, which is you have nothing, but you have a higher card than the other person. If there is still a tie after observing the tiebreaker rules for the set, players split the pot evenly. Any uneven points are not awarded. Okay. And then, of course, if you have the same type of set as someone else, then we tie it, or we resolve ties based on the highest numbered card. All right, now we get into the
not poker part of it.
the not poker part. Thank you. Never play poker, so this is interesting. Yeah, poker's pretty fun. Maybe we should have played poker instead. Nah, let's not teach the community how to gamble. Let's not do that. Besides, it's like I like using this show as a way to show off like cool board games I found.
I think it's a good idea.
Each turn, players must choose any one spell they have access to and resolve its text. There are 3 basic spells that all players have access to, as well as there are 3 advanced spells. So if you look in front of you, right, at the like that class that you chose, the left is basic spells. Everyone can do this. And then on the right are the special things that only you can do on your turn.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm not going to worry about that just yet, but let's see. So on your turn, though, you can choose one spell. For all spells, if the entire text of the spell cannot be executed as written, the spell cannot be used. So you have to be able to do everything on that. There's no limit to the number of times a spell can be used during a round. Okay, so you can spam the same spell if you really want to. Basic spells. So here's the basic spells. Build a community. Place 1 card from your hand in any community, which is like just put it in the river. Cards are placed face up in communities, so all cards are visible. The communities each contain 4 cards maximum, and there are multiple communities. 2 and 2 to 4 and 3 and 5 player games, but there's only 2 of us, so we're not going to worry about that. Next, build the pot. Place 1 card from your hand sideways in a stack next to a community as part of a pot. Okay, so that's basically the how much you're betting. Cards are placed face down in pots. Every community has a pot, which can contain unlimited cards. Players cannot examine pots unless a spell specifically allows it. So basically, on our turn, instead of building the river, we can also place cards face down next to the rivers, so that's how much we're betting on that, right? Like, yeah, I'm going to put this much money in that pot so that we can win that much money if I plan on playing that river. I'm going cross-eyed? Oh, God. I played poker before, but with no gambling. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I think it's probably the best to do it if there's... My thing is, I just want to gamble without the money. I just want to place a bet and win the bet.
Good thing
I don't care about the prize.
It's a good thing that this is basically that.
I don't want the prize. I want bragging rights.
Well, yeah, basically. Thankfully, we're not betting money in this game. That's the whole thing about poker, right? It's less about the gameplay and more about the betting. This is more about the gameplay and less about the betting. I only played Texas Hold'em when I was a senior. Yeah.
Good point. A balance, yes.
Yeah. Discord pokers exist. That's true, but we're not doing that. And then lastly, build a pocket. Place 1 or 2 cards from your hand in one of your pockets. Right? You can have multiple pockets, as in like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play this river with this hand. Right? It's the 2 cards that you normally dealt in poker. In this case, you build your own. Let's see. Cards are placed face down in pockets. Every player can have up to 2 pockets, each with up to 2 cards. Interestingly, right? You can have up to. You don't have to spend. You don't always have to have 2 cards in a pocket. Players may only place cards in their own pockets. Yeah. Players may always examine their own pockets, but may not move a card from a pocket once placed. Okay, gotcha. Advanced spells. In some cases, advanced spells will explicitly break the rules mentioned above. When this occurs, advanced spells override only the rules that are explicitly broken. Okay, gotcha. So that's cool. So basic spells are essentially just either place a card in the pot, in the river, or your hand. That makes sense? Okay, and then the advanced spells are what's written on your thing. Common spell terms. So hand is the player's hand. There's no maximum hand limit. Draw is draw the top card of the deck into your hand. If the deck's empty, no more cards can be drawn. And the return, place a card from your hand face down on the bottom of the draw deck. All right. And then, Maybe I should not. Okay, I'm not gonna choose enchantment because it looks like that's actually fucking complicated. Let's go back. I'll choose something else.
It just turns out
I'll
chaos
use
is not that chaotic.
I'll use flame because that seems simple enough. Okay, owls. So owls are one of the 4 suits of cards in the deck. All right. Owls are claimed by the winner of each showdown. If owls are present in the pot, not only does the winner score the point value of all cards, owls included, but they also place the owls in front of them face up. Claimed owls are not part of a hand, and will not be shuffled into the deck for the next round. Owls grant bonus spells. On a player's turn before or after using any one normal spell, a player may resolve the text on one owl in front of them, and then return the owl. Okay, owls are only kept for a single round. If not used in the round after they are claimed, they are returned to the deck before resolve showdowns. So basically, there's this one suit of cards that have owls on them. They're usually red and have a sorcerer's stick on them, right? Mm-hmm. And they are a special card where if you happen to win a showdown, then you claim the owls, and then you place them in front of you, and then you can use them on your next turn.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. And let's see, Classic Hocus. For new players and simpler experience, we recommended Classic. Play only with basic spells. Do not use advanced spells. Do not claim owls and pots. They're just okay. Do you want to try doing Classic first to get a feel for the game?
Oh, sure.
That way we don't have to worry about like all the fancy stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Let's try it. All right, so we have 10 cards in our hand. So I'll go first, right? And so the first part is either put a card in my pocket, the pot, or the community. Also, there are 3 parts of card that are important, which is the suit, right? The number it is, and then finally you can see at the bottom of it there's this point thing. It's a point value. That's how much the card is worth.
Oh yeah, the little compass.
Yeah, the little compass because it has a number on it. Mm-hmm. And based on how much you have for that, that's how many points you have. Let's see. Score points. Right. So basically, you don't keep the cards, but you keep the points, and the points are measured by using these chips. As you can see here. Oh, it's rolling away. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
So that's how we'll keep track of who has how many points. First person 25. All right, so I'll go first, and I will go ahead and I'm gonna flip this card over. Oh, you didn't see anything. I'm gonna put it in the pot for one of the rivers. I'm betting money, basic already. Your turn.
Okay, well, you said F to flip it over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll put it there.
Oh, are you betting?
All right. Yeah, I'm betting.
Oh yeah, no, they all go in the same pot, so you would put it right on top of mine.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, my turn. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna put this card here as part of the community, which is the river. That's the first card in the river. Your turn.
Okay, we can make 2 rivers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Sharpie. 90% of gamblers quit before they can win big. No. I processed like 1% of the instructions until I try it. Yeah, exactly, right? This is why it's usually like you have the one guy who knows how to play the game, and then after that, you just have that one guy explain it every single time. So now that I've mastered the instructions in my brain, I can now explain to you how the game works. It's basically you're playing poker with 2 rivers, and you build the rivers and the pots, and then you play it out using the hands that you make as well, all from a 10-card hand that you have.
Okay, there's my card.
Okay. Gotcha. It's a 6. Hmm. Oh, man. My brain is working now because I realized that, oh, there's a lot of ways you can play this. Interesting.
I believe in just throwing stuff at the wall until I figure it out.
All right, I'll do this. Put a 4 here.
Can you combine the 2 rivers to make one combination?
No,
Does it have-
each river is separate.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
It's like you're playing on 2 different battlefields that you get to choose which one you want to bet into. So now it's your turn. I placed down a... Wait, yeah, it's your turn. I placed down a 4 here.
At what point do we commit pockets?
You can commit them at any time. I mean, you can make a pocket at any time, and you can make as many pockets as you want, right? Let's say you only make 1 pocket because you're only playing on 1 river.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can do that. You work with the 10 cards you have, unless there's something that says draw more cards, but in this case we're playing base. We're playing classic, so we don't have that option. So we're just getting a feel for the game right now.
Take that over there.
It's a 9, okay. Interesting. How cool would it be to design a card for one of these games? Yeah, right?
Oh, that would be cool.
Ooh. 69. Wait, did you do that on purpose?
No, well, I mean, yeah, but not because of the funny joke. The funny joke was just a funny consequence.
I'm gonna put
It was intentional, but not for that.
I'm gonna put a 10 right here.
Oh, I see.
Did your brain? Sorry, I heard your brain activate just now. It's like, oh, I'm being.
I live my life like I'm constantly waking up, even though I've been awake for hours.
Oh man.
What did you put over there? You put a 2 and a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a cool little guy.
Put a 3? Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna put a 3.
Okay, cool. Alright. I am going to put this card in this pot.
Oh, I see how that goes down. Okay, understood. It's like okay, I love Pokemon. I absolutely love Pokemon. The first time I ever tried to play it, I tried playing it without the map that the game comes with, and I was so lost.
Oh wait, Pokemon like the video game or the card game?
No, like the card game. I played the
Oh,
card
yeah.
game before I ever played the video game.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, the card game's confusing as hell.
I really like the card game.
It's
But
fun.
yeah, it gets a little confusing.
Yeah. My issue with it is that it's so RNG.
It really is.
Oh, we're betting points. I see. Oh, yeah?
Yeet.
I'll bet more in this side. Well, actually, hold on. I forgot I have to make a hand. Whoops.
I like the green cards. Is it cool?
What in the... Underscore, ow. Okay, let's see here. Alright, I'm going to make my first hand here. So that's going in my hand. Your turn.
Oh, okay, so you put your hand directly in front of you. I see. Alrighty then.
Yeah, face down. You don't know which river I'm playing for, and you don't know what's in my hand. Or no, it's my pocket. Sorry, I'm making a pocket. The hand is we've been working with. The pocket is what you're playing with.
Okay.
Sorry, gosh, darn it, stupid terms.
Okay. There's
Okay.
mine.
All right, and then one more card in the pocket. And remember, you can have up to 2 pockets.
Boop.
Okay. And then this is going in my second pocket.
Okay, I'm gonna play one for the fourth card
Okay.
on this one because I want to block it off.
All right. Fair. In that case, I'm going to put one more card in this pot over here. Hi, Rebecca. What's up? We're playing Wizard Poker. Oh, you're also betting more. Okay. I'm glad we're in agreement. Because I'm going to go ahead and play this last card here, which means we each get one final round. So, oh god. Okay, you bet. And I have no more cards to play with, so now we go to the showdown. So first off, I'm going to go ahead, since I'm going first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the lower river first. Which, are you going to play for that one?
No, I'm playing for the high river.
Okay, in this case, I win automatically because no one else is playing it. And I get a pair of threes using what's in this river and my hand, or my pocket. Which means I get all these points. Which is, I get 5 points total.
I got you, bronze swap.
Thank you so much. Oh. Yes. All right.
5.
Now we get to the interesting part. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over my pocket, and you can flip over yours. And we're going to look. There's a 6, 9, 10, and 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, flip. I have it straight.
I banked on 9s. It was fun.
Oh my goodness. So you got a triple 9, and I got a straight. Let's see which by priority which one wins. So you got 3 of a kind, but I have a straight, which is 1 higher, which means I win this. Ooh, that was close. All the points go to me.
I understand now, though, so I'll take the win in education.
Yes, don't worry. You can think of this as the practice round. Which means how many points do we bet in here? There were 5 cards in here, which means there were 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17, and 17 plus 5 is 22.
3, 4. I'm not counting the rest of the chips out because I know how to do basic math.
I think, okay. I'm already at 22 points, which is a lot. If I win even like one more round, I'm gonna win.
Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, we'll just know that if you win this next one.
All right, makes sense to me. So now, at this point, normally what we do is I'd keep the owls that were both in the place. Hold on. I keep the owls, right? Owls.
Yeah, and the owls face you.
Let's see here. Owls are claimed if the pot present in the pot. Winner. So, let's see. Not only does the winner score the point value, owls included, they also place the pots in. The claimed owls are not part of the hand. Okay, so only if they're in the pot. Okay, not the river. At least, let me make sure though. This is why we're practicing. Yeah, it's only in the pots. But for now, though, we're just gonna shuffle the cards back in the deck. Oop.
22. Got him.
Okay. There we go. And then those 2 cards go back too.
I got them carried together. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, now we deal 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, very cool. So now that you've gotten the hang of it, we can go ahead and, play again. So since you have the lower point value, then you go first this time.
Okay, are we still doing just basic spells, or are we doing the other ones too?
Yeah, we're going to play this whole round with just basic spells.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, this is gonna be my little betting card.
Okay, it's in the pod.
There. There we
It's
go.
in the pod. Yeah. All
Oh,
right. Okay. Let's
What's
see.
up, Eve?
What am I working with here? Oh, hey, Eve. We're playing wizard poker. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put down this number 12. Let's move them so they're more in the middle over here. Your turn.
We create a separate river down there.
Okay.
Separate community.
Yeah.
Community.
You're getting in the hang of it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and place down... I'm going to put down a 6. Right here.
Okay.
Oh, it's all coming together. You're betting more?
There.
A gambling woman. I respect it.
It could mean absolutely nothing. Just a reminder.
Let's see. Oh, what's this? Crazy hypothetical. If you were going down the highway at 170, there were protesters who glued themselves on the road, and you were trying to stop or hit... What? Are you trying to stop or hitting the A train special? What is the A train special?
Oh my god! No!
Well, you got it!
Is it from the boys? Oh no!
Oh, no. My back hurts. I just woke up
looking
from
at
sleep. Oh,
flashbacks.
Eve. Church. Church got the reference. Gosh darn it. Church knows. I reject your question. Spoilers from the boys. I'm sorry. I didn't watch the boys.
I wouldn't say it's spoilers.
Oh, god dang it.
It's the first 30 seconds, man.
Oh, my god. Okay. It's my turn. Oh my god, Garland. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Eve. Oh my god, you didn't have to do that. But Eve, congratulations on your sub, and enjoy the emotes, the fact that you don't have to watch ads upon coming into the channel, and the fact that you farm channel points faster than the average person. Oop. Oh. Oop. Oh god. Okay. I was like, what is going on?
For what it's worth, you could turn the entire table upside down over there, and I'm so zoomed in on my cards, I wouldn't see anything.
Right, I'm going to put a 3 here. Oh, I wonder if I made a blunder. Yeah, I might have made a blunder, but that's okay. Your turn. I understand now the risk.
Okay.
Spoilers for the first minute, but like hypothetically speaking, it is what it is at that point. If we
There.
put a 12 there, okay. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and put another 6 here. So that river is now full. That community is now full.
It's a fully built cul-de-sac.
I love the term cul-de-sac. Probably because I watched Ed, Edd n Eddy growing up.
See, I like it, but it's because I watched Garfield growing up.
Oh, that's a totally different reason.
And it was such a big thing in I think it's the first movie, where he's like, I've got to leave the cul-de-sac.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to leave the cul-de-sac.
God, the original Garfield movies. That's a 3D one, right?
Yeah, the 3D one.
Yeah, before I don't know, there was a sequel called Tale of Two something.
Yeah, Tale of Two Kitties.
Yeah, Tale of Two Kitties. What is even going on with these cards? Okay, we're playing poker, Black. We're playing poker, which means that, except this poker has 2 rivers. We're trying to make the highest hand using the rivers and and 2 cards that we have in our pockets. In which case, speaking of pockets, I'm gonna go ahead and make my first pocket here. Your turn.
Okay.
You wouldn't dare fill out this pocket first, would you?
Would
Or
I?
fill out this river, then we both have to take one final turn. Diabolical.
I
Spirit
didn't
Wolf,
have the
thank you for
card
the
of
follow.
chaos.
The agent of chaos you are. All right, let's see. And then fill in the other part of my pocket here. Your turn.
Okay. That one goes over there.
What's this? I hurt my
I
back too
think it's
much.
right
Gosh
on top.
darn. Maybe I should have been here when the rule went down. Yeah, we're just playing poker. Except it has
It's
2. Plus, well, later on we'll add some more stuff. And then I'll make my other pocket here. This one.
I'll make a pocket here.
Wouldn't it be a shame if I were to end the round right now?
You could, and I'd still have one more round to finish up what I need to.
Oh. In that case, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the pot up here.
And what I could be doing is absolutely nothing, Bronsois.
That's true. It could be a fake out.
It could.
But I don't think you're beating my hand. Oh, what the? Albert, thank you for gifting a sub to Grill. That's crazy. If Grill's out there
Cool.
somewhere, enjoy the emotes, the fact that you don't have to watch ads coming into the channel, and the fact that you farm channel points faster than the average person. But hey, thank you so much for that. Merry Christmas. Thank you. It is certainly the spirit of giving. Past Gigi's my sleeping schedule is past the point of no return. I think we both felt that last night, right, Church?
Yes.
Oh,
Very
God.
much so.
All right, let's see. For my last turn, let's see. What can I do here? Not much. Hold on. What was in this pocket? You can look at your pocket at any time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Tough choice. Yeah, I'm going to put more points into this one up here.
Okay. I'm just gonna finish that little bitty up there.
Okay.
There we go.
And then finally, I'll put one more in this pot. I'm all in on this one.
All in.
Alternatively, I could have just screwed myself, and then you might win this upper one. But let's do the lower pot first, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So if you would, reveal your pockets, or reveal the pocket you want to play for the... oh, sorry. Unflip, I didn't say
I'll play
anything. I'm
for the
closing my
bottom
eyes.
pocket.
Huh?
Bottom pocket.
Bottom pocket. Really?
Bottom pocket.
You're not going to play for the top pocket? Or the top river?
I think I've put quite a few cards, and they just... Oh, I put 2, and they just stacked on top of each other.
Oh. I was going to say...
I couldn't separate them, Bronson.
Oh, I mean... Oh, wait. So wait. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Is this a poker game? Yeah, that's right, BZ.
Yeah, I want the reset. I want to
What's
figure
even
out.
going on? Okay, so right now this is the showdown part where we reveal our pockets, our hands, right? To see who built the best hand. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're playing for the bottom one? Like this one right here?
Yes. It's too late for me to take back what I said, Bronson.
No, I'll allow you to play the other one.
I don't know if I get...
Simply because I don't know if this hand is... Wait, is this hand for this one? It is. Wait, no, it isn't. Is it?
E.
You have a 9 and a 4.
Yep.
I don't think it does anything. It's just a high card.
No, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Okay, I see. I keep getting mixed up on the symbols and the numbers.
Oh. Oh, were you trying to do a flush?
Yee.
Oh, yeah, no, you need a 5 of a kind to get a flush.
I got you. I see. Okay, my bad.
It's okay. This is why we had this practice round going. But yeah, for the lower one, I'm playing with this one. And it's a 7, so I have 7 pair. Or a pair of 7s. Which beats your high card of 9. Or actually, yeah. Actually, your high card would be 12, because that's the highest card in this community. Right?
Indeed.
This is not
I have a
poker.
strategy.
It is basically poker though, because you have a pot of money, you have a river, right, of cards that you make a hand with, you have a pocket that you play from, and then after that you compare your hands to see who got the best hand. High card, pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight flush, full house, 4 of a kind, straight flush. Right?
I dare say you could play this entire game by oneself in an airplane, and this would be the most efficient way to play poker by yourself.
Oh my
play
goodness.
both hands. I think you'd do great.
Theory crafted poker if you theory crafted poker while high. Well, yeah, it's like, well, what if we had 2 rivers? You guys got a hype train going? That's crazy. You have 1 minute left until the hype train is gone.
รายหมดช้ำ
Alright, thanks for extending the hype train. But let's see. Okay, so that means I win this one, which is... Let's see how many points that is. That's 5 points, which means I've already won the game, but let's play the top one as well. You don't have a pocket for this one, so you can't play that one.
No, I don't.
So which means by default I win, and I was definitely gonna win anyway, because I had a full house.
You were gonna win whenever I was confused at the beginning, and I was like,
6 and 6, and then 3 12s. It's a
building
full house. Oh my goodness. Thank you for that though. And this pot was worth a lot.
If you want to count the points, I'll put the chips down, Bronzewell.
Okay.
You tell me.
Are you sure you've played poker before?
Oh, I've won a substantial amount through poker in my lifetime.
Oh, okay.
When I
Wait.
was in college, the most I ever made was almost $500 in one night.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah, music majors are crazy.
Oh, the fact that like there's 4 cards and there's 2 of them. Those cards played were not random. Yeah, they're not, which is why it's like strategy-wise, like, okay, there's some real mind games here. Tadoida. My poker brain is not mixing. Yeah, basically, we're just trying to manipulate the rivers as best we can. All right, now let's clean up, and now it has poker aspects. It's not actually poker. All right, now we can actually play around, but with our actual spells that you can have over here. We don't have to put them in one by one. We don't have to do that. We have technology. We have technology, church. We can just do this.
Be it that it was more efficient.
It definitely saved some time, I think.
There we go. Look at that.
Wow. All right, clean up. We love it. Oh,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
it's stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can also read your advanced spells now next to the basic spells on your card to see other stuff you can do other than just put stuff down.
Oh, beautiful. I can take more cards now.
Yes, now you can play with more cards and it'll be like, okay, yeah, this is the fun part. And that leads us now, since we're now starting a new game, this leads us to the interview portion.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if you have a time limit or if you're here all night.
Oh, no, I don't have a time limit.
Okay.
At some point, I'll have to go get me another bottle of water, but...
Okay. Don't sweat it. Why not set yourself for straights and flush? I don't get it. Yeah, you can. The issue is that if you set it up for yourself, your opponent might take advantage of that and then like have a better straight or flush than you, right? Thanks for lurking,
I'm looking
Grix.
forward to the goatfish aspect.
All right. So, interview question number 1. Are you ready, Church?
Yes.
All right. So,
I'll try my best.
question number 1. Why VTubing? So basically, also remember that this interview goes both ways. If there's any questions you'd like to ask me at any time, please feel free to do that. Okay, but question number 1. What made you want to start VTubing, and how did you come up with a concept for yourself?
Ooh, okay. So I did what I call accidental PNG tubing.
Oh, really?
And I think this is a thing that a lot of people do and they don't know about it, but I had a PNG that I would use in place of my webcam because my webcam was constantly not working for whatever I was streaming. But I had been streaming for roughly about a year before I got my PC, so I started actually building a layout and stuff for my setup whenever I did that. And I took a PNG of my lobby avatar from BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
Okay.
And that was what I had on screen where my webcam was supposed to go.
Okay.
Because I just needed something to fill that space. I was like, there's this big empty space on my screen.
Oh, I see.
And so I had that for a really long time and I really liked it. And oddly enough, even now, some of the aspects of the color, the specific color that I used for that lobby avatar, I used whenever I was coming up with the first several drafts of like what I wanted my look to look like.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I got into VTubing after a friend convinced me that it would be a good upgrade. Shout outs to Griffin VT. She was very nice, very helpful. We also went to high school together, so she was a super easy person to ask questions to.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that helped a lot.
What are the odds, right?
Yeah, we actually have been able to talk more since VTubing and stuff together because we've got like a similar attribute, right? A similar thing that we do together.
I see.
So that's always super cool.
That is really
But she
cool.
helped me get started, and that's where I started with green hair. So my first official model had green hair.
We do
and
like green
everything-
hair around here.
Heck yeah. I also did PNG tubing for a little bit at the start of 2021. I had a PNG that I got commissioned. I absolutely loved it, and it was kind of the basis of what I kept building stuff off of later. I had this idea of like a specific outfit that I wanted to wear for EVO 2022. I had a specific outfit in mind. I wish I could have wore it to EVO 2022, and I was like, I'll just put that on my PNG. And so that's what happened.
Oh, I see. So it was based on your lobby avatar.
Yep.
I realized that I didn't shuffle the deck.
I shuffled the deck for you, Bronson.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay. In that
I
case.
got you, man.
Oh, in that case, never mind. All right, we're fine. Why don't you go first?
Okay, let me see.
So it was based on your lobby avatar from BB Tag.
Yep. So the lobby avatar that I run around with still for Seth Sunday was my first PNG that I ever had, and then I got one commissioned, and then I started VTubing this year back in January.
Wow, time really flies. But is that also where like the whole like Las Vegas bartender happened to come from as well, or was that a whole different thing?
Not exactly. So I was really learning how to make graphics and banners and things like that, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted for myself, like what I wanted my color scheme and all that to be like. And I pulled a lot of inspiration from my Animal Crossing island.
Okay.
So back in the pandemic, or I guess I should back up a little bit. Back in 2019, I went to EVO for the first year. I was originally from Texas, flew out to Las Vegas for the first time ever. And I had such a phenomenal time just meeting people who had similar interests, taking in the environment and the ambiance and the nightlife and all that stuff. And I absolutely fell in love with the aesthetic and the environment of certain places.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I really like, I love the idea of trying to incorporate some of these things into my channel. So I went on an adventure of really learning how to do vaporwave stuff to figure out
Oh, wow.
things first, because I really like the color scheme of vaporwave. There's a lot of Las Vegas themed stuff, but it's usually black and red. You don't see a lot of pink and blue Las Vegas themed stuff, but Las Vegas is filled with so many colors and so many neon lights. So during the pandemic in 2020, I made my Animal Crossing island. It was entirely Las Vegas themed. It's named San Kappa.
Wow.
And I was like, man, there's some spots of my island that I think are like super cool and different. And I really like the vibe of. And I like that theme so much that I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and run with for the rest of my Twitch channel. At the time, I was really into Kakegurui too, the anime. I thought it was really good. And Yumiko really resonated with me exclusively for the idea of, I love gambling on stuff, but I'm more concerned about, I'm not concerned about the money. I'm more concerned about just the outcome and seeing what happens. Regardless of if it's win or lose. I just want to see what happens.
I mean, they do say, right? Only bet as much as you're willing to lose.
Yep.
Which is why I knew.
They also say, bet money, never bet money that you don't have.
Also true. Don't do that. That's really bad. Boy. You know, it reminds me of a story. I remember who it was, but someone, I think it was someone on Twitter said, yeah, I bet the amount of money that my hotel room cost. And then I got a free hotel room from it.
Cards are freaking out right now.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, click outside. And then, yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And, you know.
I was like, what did I do to them?
All right, that's the pot?
That's the pot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I really liked the neon aesthetic. I loved Vaporwave, and I loved Las Vegas, so I set out specifically to try to combine those things as best as I could.
That's cool, though. All right, I'll put down this number 11.
Okay.
That's cool. So, and that's how you ended up owning your, or, well, more like freeloading off of a Las Vegas casino.
Listen, he made a bad deal. That's on him. That's not on me.
That's true. You won yourself a stay for life, and boy, is it a nice looking casino.
I really did. So for those of y'all who don't know, I won the casino that I stay in currently in a bet. So I went back to Evo back in 2022 after absolutely falling in love with the city, right?
Yeah.
I went back in 2022. I went 0-2. I played in Guilty Gear Strive, went 0-2. My Anji Mito bit the dust.
Oh, yeah.
And I hit up a bar and I had a couple drinks. I maybe had a couple too many, and I was just listening around to some people talking around me, and there was one guy there who was just really going off about how he really thought he was just hot stuff, right? Like no one could possibly beat him at anything. He was just so good at everything. I was like, yeah. Well, I'm the worst at something, and I'll have you know I think I could beat you. And so we played a game, and I, made a wager with him, and whenever we were talking about what to put up, I didn't exactly have anything to really put up, so I was like, you can have my hitbox.
You bet a hitbox, he bet his casino.
And he was like, I'll bet you my casino. And I
Damn, he must have been damn drunk.
Yeah, he was very drunk. Anyway, so that's how me and Monty met. We played a game. He lost. I won the casino. But then I saw how much tax work goes into it.
Yeah.
And how much I'd have to pay in taxes. And I'm still trying to pay off my student loans, Francois.
Oh, my.
I can't think about owning a casino.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So we came to a conclusion. I get to stay here rent-free. I also get to kind of help out in odd jobs that I'm interested in around the casino. But I help with the graphic design of the place. As well as coming up with different like architecture and things that we want to put up in the casino. Just different decorations, seasonal stuff.
That's fair. Also, I think you're also one of the few humans I know in this VTuber space.
Are you human, Bronzo?
Of course I'm human.
I had to check. I've got a lot of animal friends.
What is this question? Is it I can take off the antlers, you know. They're just decoration.
Are you sure?
Yes. Here. The antlers are gone now.
Bronzo, what if your bird is actually Brunswick and we've been fooled this whole time?
Absolutely not. I'm an AI? No. What is... Two misconceptions every single time. Number one, he's not human. Number two, he must be from the medieval times.
Maybe the swallow actually is human and got trapped.
Look, what is wrong with someone who dresses like this in 2023? Come on. Everyone's a demon, a cat, or supernatural entity. Also kind of true.
I like the whole idea of cats. I think it reminds me of Faunus from Ruby, so I think it's cool.
Oh my goodness.
Did I put the 11 down or did you put the 11
I put the
down?
11 down. It's your turn right
Oh
now.
dear. Okay, that's what I thought.
Don't worry, I'm keeping track.
Oh dear.
Go ahead, put your card down. Do what you want, or use one of your abilities. One of those.
Boop.
Okay. Let's see.
Draw your last pathetic card, Church. Well, thanks, Beezy.
Oh my god. Distant planet from Glibglorb. What are you making up this time? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put down an 11 here. Your turn.
We're playing with our new cards, right?
Yes, you can use your abilities if you want.
I will draw 2 cards and then place one of them in a pot.
Oh, crazy. Okay, go ahead. Wow, it's such a good ability.
Take that, thank you. 1.
Oh, that's the whole deck. Just swipe at it, yeah.
2. There we go.
Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 cards, then you have to place one of them in a pot.
Okay, well, I have both of them side by side, so here's the other one.
Oh, well, pot, not community. I'm not looking at it. I don't know what
no,
that is.
Okay. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Okay, so in a pot. All right. In that case, I'm going to use one of my abilities. Place 2 cards distributed between any number of your pockets. And then name another player who must place 1 card in a pot if able. So let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 cards. And I'm going to put this card and let's see. This card in a pocket. And now you have to put 1 card in a pot.
Okay.
More
so
betting.
Gonzola, tell me, how did you come up with your aesthetic?
Oh, good question. My
Is it into
aesthetic.
the pot? All right.
Yes.
By the way. Okay.
Sorry, what? Yeah, into the pot.
pot.
I thought about it. I like reading and writing. I like music. And I thought, you know what? I feel like a bard would probably be the most fitting thing for me. Also, I just happen to like grass types in Pokemon a lot.
Heck yeah.
The bird, however, was a secondary thing. Who farted? Hey, Pom. It's just a coincidence he happens to look like a Tailo from Pokemon. Which a Tailo is based on a real bird called a swallow, by the way. They're pretty adorable.
Oh my gosh.
Except for this guy, he's just fat and sits on my shoulder for no reason.
And he may or may not be a human.
Yes.
I like the idea of you found like a human and just turned them into a bird.
No. You fat. Hey. Okay. Let's see. Whose turn is it? Did you put down a card?
No, I'm reading all my abilities.
Oh my god. Wait, then who put this 11 down?
Oh, I did earlier.
Oh, I see.
Wait. Did I put that 11 down? Oh.
Hold on. Let me check something real quick.
We count how many cards I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I got 2. I played 2. Oh,
Well,
dear math.
No, I think
This
I
is why
put that.
don't know
I think I put that 11. It's fine though. All right, so it's
I
my.
agree. Based
So
off of mathematics.
did you take your turn yet? I put my turn was like I made you put a card in the pot.
Nope.
All right, go ahead and take your turn, and I'll get up our next question.
Okay. Yeah.
The next question is, how did you find your artist and rigor?
Oh, okay. So I spend a lot of time on Instagram.
Okay. Wow. That's the first time I ever heard someone find their artist or slash rigger
This is
through there.
yeah, extremely true. Okay.
Return scroll.
I'm not kidding you, Francois. I looked
Yeah.
up in the like search bar of Instagram. Uh,
Okay.
VTuber commissions open.
Wow.
And I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled for days. And I was like, okay. I saved in a folder some of my favorite arts that I had found, and then I looked up their social medias. So I looked them up on Twitter, I looked them up if they had websites, and I looked at their work. And there was one that I really liked. It was in an affordable price range as far as like models go and stuff like that. And I just really loved the art style. And she also did the rigging for it. And I was like, oh. So I talked to her for a little bit because the idea for a Neon Las Vegas is a little different, right? And so I sent her before I ever commissioned her, I sent her a file full of images that I had compiled together on Canva of like what made up my channel basically.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, here's some of the things that are important to me. Here's some of the things that I want representative. Like, do you think that this is a doable project? Because I also know sometimes people are kind of off put by green hair. And I was like, so what do you think? And she was like, I love this idea. And here's some other ideas I have to add to it. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we just kept talking for a little bit. And I finally decided that that was the artist that I officially wanted to go through. I showed some of my friends from Girl Gang. I don't know if any of you guys know who Girl Gang is. That's my close friend group. I asked them what they thought, and they were like, yeah. So that's what I ended up going with. I contacted her through Instagram a couple of days after I had started my donathon back in September. I let her know it was going to go on, and she was like, okay, well, I'll hold a spot for you. Because I was sold on the idea of I'm going to try to get a new model no matter what at this point, but like I needed help essentially. And so I was like, okay, let's hold off until after the subathon. That way I can see what it is that we can invest into it. And she was super helpful. Her name is Anya Stasi. She's linked all over my Instagram as well now. The donathon. Indeed, Griffin,
Yeah.
that's my best friend.
Yeah,
Griffin.
right there. Griffin has appeared in chat.
But she was super cool. But yeah, I found her on Instagram just by scrolling through like suggested feed.
That's crazy though. So that was the artist, right?
What really sold me on it was, and I suggest anyone do this, if you guys are looking for a artist or a rigger or anything like that, find people that they've worked on projects for, and then go find their streams, because you can find a showcase, and their showcase will show you everything very nicely, neatly packaged. But in an actual stream, whenever you're getting to see how things are naturally running, it helps a lot. So I recommend that. I recommend checking out any Twitch channels that are linked to that artist. So in this case, I came across an artist, or across one of her models that she made for a VTuber named Cherry Holic. And so I stopped by Cherry's stream, and Cherry was super sweet, and her model moved beautifully, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, please.
Oh yeah. Right? I feel like that's... Oh, go ahead.
A lot. I definitely recommend. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, I definitely just recommend any resource that you can look up information on, use it.
Oh yeah, no, like it's crazy the places you can find stuff. But you're right. One of the best ways you can do it is by just looking up, just finding art or artists anywhere that you like, and then just seeing more of their work. So portfolio works great, and a Twitch channel I definitely recommend too, because then you can see stuff in action, and that you can see how they do their work, which is really important in this day and age, in my opinion.
I agree too.
Another thing that always is a big gamble is that sometimes you like a person's art, but the concept that you want has never been done before by them. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's a big oh, okay, can you do this?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I sent her a big... I knew that what I was sending could look daunting. Like, as a graphic designer, I get commissions sometimes from people, and they'll send me a big list of things that they want, and it's not organized necessarily, right?
Yeah.
But they'll send me this vision that they have, and it's my idea to try to get the vision to come to life. Like, that's my purpose.
Oh, for sure.
And so
right.
I try to make sure whenever I commission other people, I let them know up front what it is the project is that I'm
Oh, for
working on
sure,
and
right?
how it is and that kind of thing. And Anya and Stussy was just so understanding and just very communicative and just incredibly helpful.
Oh yeah. You don't necessarily have to stream either to be like a very famous artist. You just have to be able to post your art somewhere where people can see it, right?
Mhm.
Because people just like will immediately gravitate towards the visual. So as long as you're just throwing up the word commission doesn't necessarily help, but being able to see it, like the actual work, whether it's in a
Mhm.
portfolio or front and center on someone's page, is really helpful for sure.
Oh,
Did you
absolutely.
did you say that the person that you found through Instagram was like both the artist and the person who did the rigging?
Yeah, whenever I okay, so before the subathon in September, I needed to know how much like my goal was going to be, right? Because you
Yeah.
hear a lot of people talk about how expensive VTuber models are, and I didn't really know anything. And so whenever I was looking at like finding an artist, I wanted to find somebody who did both. That was
Mm-hmm.
important to me. I wanted to see somebody who was going to see the project out all the way through. And
I
I kept
see.
her involved too. Like I sent her every single time that I came up with a new background idea, every single time that I added something to the casino, every single time that I added like adding my dog to my stream. I sent her my dog.
That's so cool though.
Yeah, that way, she was excited. She was invested in the project as well, and I think that helps having
Oh yeah.
somebody who's excited to work on the project.
I think that definitely goes a long way. So wow, that's really cool though. That like you had them for the creative process the whole way through. I think a lot of people will have like different persons who do both the art and then
Hmm.
the animation as well, which ends up making like a whole team of people, right? Like that's why the credits page goes so long for a lot of people,
Yeah.
right? Because like, oh yeah, here's who made my overlays as well, and who made my animation, my stinger, and my like lore video. I did not have enough budget for a lore video, so we did not do that. Like, gosh, people forget how expensive this can be too.
Oh yeah. I I set out to do as much of it myself as I could.
Your dog is adorable, by the way. I love Seth.
Well, thank you. I got him commissioned by Mega Manual. I also I messaged Mega Manual. So commissioning a dog is much different than commissioning a VTuber model.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it was a fun experience to send off, pictures of Seth, the actual dog, and get him, ready for his big debut.
Yeah. Okay. It's your turn, by the way.
I see. I see.
I forget. So Seth is a dog, but wasn't there also like a character named Seth that you like?
So there's actually a lot of Seths. So my favorite
Okay.
character from any fighting game is Seth from Under Night and Birth.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and it's we share an install, so to speak. So that helps a little bit. But I've also named my truck Seth, so I do have a truck. I have a 2021 Chevy Colorado
Oh my
that is
god.
also named Seth.
What in the?
And then a couple of years later, my parents gifted me a dog, and I've got terrible allergies. So they were like, you can have a poodle if you'd like one. We're gonna get a poodle. You can also have a poodle. You can get the brother. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. So they sent me pictures of a bunch of poodles, and I was like, oh, that one's cute. And the one I got is my boy Seth.
That's adorable.
So yes, I do have a few Seths.
There's a lot of Seths in your life for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. Are
It's
you
such a
ready
good
for
pick.
question 3?
What you got, Bronzewell?
Question 3. How did you get into fighting games, and how did you manage to settle on BB Tag being your main game?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, I dropped my card. Let's see. So I've been playing fighting games since roughly 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But I played extremely casually.
Yeah.
So I was in college. I had a boyfriend and a roommate at the time who were very much into Injustice 2.
Okay.
And so I played Injustice 2 with them. And so my boyfriend at the time, we practiced a lot and we just played a lot together. And it eventually got to a point where I wanted to play online because I didn't have people to play with continuously, like all the time, and I just wanted to grind the game constantly to get better. I was an Atrocitus main and a Harley Quinn main. I played both of those characters. and I was button mashing really bad. Like the ugly kind of button mashing. The way that there's ugly crying, there's ugly button mashing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
think
can
I know
button mash
exactly what you're talking about.
exactly. Like you can button mash and it be fine, and like almost artistic, right? And then there's
Yeah,
ugly
right.
button mashing.
No, it's like it's the showmanship version of button mashing.
Exactly. So I was button mashing hardcore. So my boyfriend and I at that time we split up, and so after we split, I took it upon myself to play online, which was something that he specifically suggested to me never to do. And so I started playing fighting games online.
Oh.
Which is very different.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was also, a good old Wi-Fi warrior at the time.
Oh my god.
I was in college and I didn't know any better.
Oh no.
I didn't know anything. I was a part of the FGC. I didn't have Reddit.
Yeah.
So I played Injustice through the summer. That summer was very exciting. I was finishing up some summer classes, and so I had to stay at my campus longer. And over the past, like, a couple of months after that point, I was still playing Injustice, but I eventually met who is my now husband, right? And so we played Injustice on one of our first dates, and he was like, "Are you button mashing?" I was like, "Yeah, what about it?"
Wow.
"What you gonna do about it? Huh? You gonna button mash less than me, huh?" But he was like, "Let me teach you how to play the game."
Oh, thank God. How kind
And he
of
was like,
him.
because I had a lot of basics that I was doing right. I was doing specials fine. It was neutral that was rough.
Oh yeah, hold that thought for a second. But Year Zed,
Yo,
thank you for
what?
raiding with a party of 40. Mary Krishart. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, my name is Braun Swa, modern day bard at your service, your one-stop shop for poetry, performance, and pleasantries. When I'm not playing fighting games, you can usually find me reading, writing, and sometimes I might even sing you a song. But hey, welcome in, everybody. Hello, Zed. Hello, Spaceman. Good to see you. Stop! It's nice. I said pleasantries. Hi, but hey, welcome in. You made it in the middle of my interview show, Bard and Banter, where I interview a guest and play a board game with them at the same time, because that's why I always feel like board games are the best way to bond and just swap stories. In which case, today's beautiful guest is none other than the only Church HB. Round of applause again.
Thank
Fantastic.
you for having me.
Esports community figure as well as BB Tag main.
Oh, thank you.
Board games are usually fun? Yeah, they are. You crack me up. No. Pachi. Yeah. But anyway, so we're playing this game called Hocus, which is basically wizard poker, where we are the ones that make the river, like the actual hands that we bet on. So using the river, we make the rivers, we make the pots, and then we also make our pocket hands to play using the cards in our actual hand. Crack shoot wizard poker. No, not that. It's like maybe it's more accurate to call it owl poker, but I say wizard poker because it's literally poker with wizards and spells.
There are owls.
You make me
though.
laugh.
Owls.
Why would I feel bad? No, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. For real. Oh my goodness. All right. We're good though. But yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming in. It's a lot of fun. We were in the middle of talking about how Church got into fighting games. But yeah, so you were a button masher. You came from Injustice 2. And then after that, your partner at the time, who is now, I believe, your husband, you said, then taught you the proper way to play fighting games.
Yeah, but it was rough, man. First and foremost, I don't like being told by any man what to do, right?
This is fair. This is very fair.
I don't care if you're trying to teach me how to not button mash or not, like, at the time, So, I remember he, at the time, had a job where he got an extra copy of Street Fighter 4. Ultra Street Fighter 4, and he didn't need it because he already had Ultra Street Fighter 4, so he gave it to me for the summer. We were just talking, we were not dating at the time, we were just friends. And so I took it, Street Fighter 4, and at the time I was staying for the summer at my college, and I was actually staying in my clarinet professor's house. I was dog sitting for her over the summer because she went to go teach at like a big summer camp. And so we had her entire house for the summer. It was both me and my same roommate. And so we played a lot of Street Fighter 4 together. So we went from playing Injustice 2 to playing Street Fighter 4. And then fast forward a couple months later, Tadampi and I were still not dating.
I saw Tadampi earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
get it.
he introduced to me BB Tag. So he lived in a household that had a whole lot of fighting game players, right?
Yeah.
And and so I got the chance to play with quite a few different people and just, experience the game with others. And it was really exciting. And just a really cool experience, I think, for anyone whenever they get to play fighting games with other people.
Oh, yeah.
I got to the point where I felt like my friends didn't want to play with me because I was a tryhard. I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk about whenever you're going from playing casually to competitively. Is whenever you're playing with your casual friends who have no intent of, actually playing competitively or playing online, they start to say that you're a tryhard or you're no fun to play with, that kind of thing. And it was like, well, that's fine. We can still play other games together, but I do want to put a majority of my focus into these fighting games because I really like them. I think there's a lot of similarities between fighting games and music, especially whenever it comes down to the rhythm of execution. And based off of that intrigue and that pretty much alone, I knew that that was something that I really wanted to focus in. And so I did. I put a lot of focus into fighting games, especially my last 2 years of college. So I played... I switched off of Street Fighter 4. I understood my basics. I had figured out inputs. And then I moved over to BB Tag, where I really started to learn fundamentals and get the deep dive for longer combos, and then eventually what turned into tag systems, things like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't my intent to have BB Tag be my main game, but I really liked it because it was such a flashy game. And whenever I was in the household with other fighting game players, they were playing a lot of Dragon Ball FighterZ. They were playing a lot of Street Fighter 5. I wasn't interested in either of those games. And so it just turned out to be the perfect timing that BB Tag was coming out right at that time in 2018. And so I kind of just jumped in on the storm at the perfect time.
Yeah, it's a great time to be playing fighting games for sure. I also find it really interesting that you're just so ingrained in tag fighters now.
It's like whenever you watch so much TikTok and it's just so much fast-paced content, and then you switch over to watching television and it's so much more slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that you can't enjoy TV. It's a different pace. And so I like all fighters, but I do like that fast-pacedness of tag fighters.
Makes sense to me.
I think you got a compliments redeemed, Francois.
I did. Apom, thank you as always for supporting the stream, being here, and just being cool. With your idiosyncrasies and the things that you say, you are definitely a unique individual, and I hope that you keep being you in whatever capacity that you can. And also, thank you for being considerate lately. I feel like you've been minding the things that you say, which I appreciate. Quick redeem comments during interview. Please don't do that. But what was I going to say? No, yeah, I totally feel you when you say, oh, yeah, I'll everybody stop playing fighting games and there's just no one to play the fighting games with. Because it was my friend who kind of dragged me, right? Not kicking and screaming, but for sure, just... you ever seen those times where, people get dragged off stage with a cane?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Whoop! And it's suddenly, I'm playing Super Smash Bros. Melee for a year. And then after that, I'm, wrote me into Dragon Ball FighterZ at the time when it came out because it was so pretty. It still is. Mm-hmm. Holds up so well.
It's so flashy. It's such a flashy game.
And then after that, we both got Strive, and then he stopped playing Strive, and I kept playing Strive. And then, all of a sudden, I just hit the Go Live button and started playing Strive.
That's the way to do it. I had no intent of streaming fighting games.
Really?
Whenever I started streaming fighting games, I had absolutely no intent. I wanted to be an Animal Crossing streamer.
Oh my god,
but
that's incredible.
The only thing I could stream off of was my PS4.
Yeah. Okay.
And the only game that I had where you could adjust audio was BB Tag.
Oh my goodness. Let me finish my thought, but first, Grix, thank you for redeeming compliments. As always, you're very sweet. You're always very considerate. I appreciate that you take the time out of your day to come see me, even if it's super late for you. And you're just overall just great company. Thank you so much for being here. I feel this church, it was fate. Can't escape from crossing fate.
It's true.
Unintentionally watched half an hour of YouTube shorts. Oh, for sure. But I was gonna say that. What was my train of thought just now?
See, Apom gets it. Same Apom.
Oh my goodness. Fate's tips touch? No. Oh my god. Delete that mods. No. Sorry. What was it on? What was I about to say? Do you remember what I was about to say?
I was looking at my cards, trying to come up with a plan. I'm gonna be real.
It's fine. It's still your turn, by the way. Go ahead and take your turn.
Oh, I put a card down, I thought.
Oh, you did? Did you? Where did you put
Yeah,
it?
I put that
Oh, you
one.
put that card there? Okay, I'll put another card down then. Let's see here. Oh, actually, no. I put this card here in this pot. That's what I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, so that's your turn now.
I'm zoomed in, so I can't see when you do anything.
This comic took a very weird turn. Thanks. It just derailed like a train, like off the rails entirely. I think it was that talking about getting DBFZ. Oh no. I remember now. Becoming a fighting game streamer. So originally you wanted to be an Animal Crossing streamer.
I
So
wanted to play cozy.
when did the BB tag thing start happening? Also,
So, oh, I put a something in my.
oh, that's your pocket.
pocket.
Yeah.
So I really liked BB Tag. I'd been playing a lot of BB Tag, and I first started streaming. I've been through like every phase of streaming that you can possibly be. I streamed without mic. I
Okay.
streamed
All
without
right.
camera.
Okay.
I streamed sitting from my living room floor with my PS5.
Really, the rare face cam days.
Yeah, I did have a couple of face cam streams way back when. But
Long
my
ago.
webcam just was so... It would just stop working all the time.
Oh my god. The no mic stream, yeah. And so
Yeah, I did the no
that's
mic.
so.
It
Oh,
was-
I forgot. The PS4 has the ability to natively stream to Twitch, right? Okay, that would explain it. I was gonna say, how do you stream from there but not the Nintendo Switch? And then I realized, oh yeah, gotta get a capture card, and those are expensive.
Yeah, and you have to have a PC, and at the time I didn't have a PC.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all the
I
console
didn't get-
streamers for sure.
Honestly, absolutely. Anyone who streams off of a console, you guys are the backbone of Twitch. I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
Put that there.
Okay. Console gang, yeah, lost. You know, in my about to be me in my kitchen, my coat.
Sâu lắp 100.
Thank you for
Yeah, I
the 100 or 100 bits. Go ahead.
Yeah. I streamed VB Tag for a long time before I ever had my first Seth Sunday. And then I also streamed one time of Sims, and then I never streamed Sims again. And then I just started streaming my tournament runs. And so every single Wednesday I would stream while I played ESL. And it was so I would have proof if someone disconnected from me.
Okay.
I could pull up the VOD.
It's nice though that like I was gonna say that you're now known for being different or doing different things. Like you're very much a variety. Well, you're known. I think you're in the kind of a weird spot like me where I'm definitely known for fighting games, but I've also just do whatever, and it's fun, right? So you can
Yeah,
be
what's
the animal.
crazy to me is like
Yeah. Like you can be the Animal Crossing streamer and have your audience, as well as play the fighting games and have your audience as well.
Yeah, what's been nice too is my community has definitely grown with me, right?
Yeah.
So even though the reason I didn't want to stream fighting games in the first place is I was very hesitant because the first time that I ever played a streamer on a stream, they talked trash about my gameplay the whole time. So I was incredibly hesitant about streaming in the first place. And so it was just, I didn't want to stream fighting games because I didn't want to constantly get roasted in my comment section. But I kind of stopped caring about that.
Yeah.
Which helped out quite a bit. Yeah, I was genuinely worried for a long time of like, oh, what's gonna be the thought process for people? Are they gonna like this? Are they not gonna like this? Is my combo game too weak? Because at the time I was specifically just trying to learn. But in the end, I had a lot of time playing fighting games, or I had a great time playing fighting games, and I just wanted to learn more fighting games. Now, my viewership wasn't like huge on Twitch or anything like that at that time, because I've been streaming for 3 years. I think a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, you did say you tried a lot of things.
Yeah, and it was like, I just couldn't commit to streaming. I didn't know that was something that I genuinely just wanted to do. I was just trying to get my degree in college.
For sure.
And I needed something to do on my downtime.
It's your turn, and I'm going to get our fourth question out right here. because speaking of audience, my question is, how or where did you get the bulk of your audience?
Absolutely through BB Tag.
Okay, so well, what I
They are
mean
my
is,
BB Tag brethren.
let's see. Uh, I was gonna say, like, was it a huge event that happened, or was it like a slow and gradual thing that where people just started to slowly show up more and more as you streamed more?
It's definitely been a slow and gradual thing for me. One of the bigger things that helped my channel. Okay, so I've hosted a couple things now. Something that I hosted that didn't like help my channel out at all. I just wanted to have it on my channel.
Okay.
I got to host Vortex Gallery for BB Tag
Oh, I
back in
see.
February of this year.
Okay.
And so to this day, that is my highest viewed stream. And I think
Okay.
it's super cool. I was not involved in the stream whatsoever other than just streaming the game.
Okay.
But it was a really cool experience.
Okay.
In terms of like actual growth, Street Fighter 6
Really?
really blew up my channel for a bit.
Okay.
Like I would say half of my viewership would have been from I want to say maybe about 1/4 to 1/3 of my like my viewer base is BB Tag, and then another 1/3 would probably be Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. In my mind, you're definitely one of the biggest BB Tag streamers out there right now. Because
Oh,
when
thank you.
I think of you, I think of BB Tag.
I love that game. It's my favorite fighting game. I love other fighting games. I love learning fighting games and playing other games. I just really like the learning process of picking up a fighting game for the first time and seeing what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
But BB Tag is just a great one to go back to, and the community's treated me really well. You know, like I was super afraid to stream, and they were super kind.
For sure. But so from what I understand, then like you were streaming like infrequently in different ways, or no, you were
Mhm.
mainly streaming BB Tech because that's all you had in your console.
Mhm.
And then one day you got to host the big thing on your channel, and from there, then like you had a platform, and then you popped off when Street Fighter 6 came out, right?
I guess here's more of a like an accurate timeline. So I had been streaming kind of inconsistently throughout the entirety of like I want to say 2020. Fast forward to 2022, which is kind of whenever I started more investing in my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So Evo's been a big thing for me personally, and a big thing for my channel, I think as well. But whenever I went to Evo back in 2022, I had the opportunity to run into Jadelyn Gaming, who at the time was another really big BB Tag streamer. She's known for a lot of different fighting games. She commentated for Melty Blood Type Lumina this year at Evo. She's commentated for Under Night and Birth in the Past. For BB Tag, she usually commentates with like Crack and Atkins or another commentator. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into her at Evo, and I was like, oh my god, that's Jadelyn. And I turned to Tanop and I was like, I've got to go talk to her.
Starstruck.
I was so nervous, but I was like, she's meant so much to me because as a female in the FGC, there's not a whole lot of representation. And so I was super excited to find somebody who was doing the things that I wanted to do in the FGC in terms of commentary and things like that. Like, it was just a really good experience, I think, to get to vibe with her and just introduce myself. And just at the time, I don't even think I was really going too much by the name Church. I introduced myself as Church, but I was a big fan of hers.
Nice. I love that for you. Hold that thought. Emblem, thank you for subscribing for 3 months at tier 1. As always, enjoy the emotes, the fact that you don't have to watch ads when coming into the channel, and the fact that you farm channel points faster than the average person. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do it, but you did anyway. Thank you. She commented the PlayStation tournaments. Wow.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Let me
See,
cards.
what's your play right now, by the way? It is your turn. Oh, you draw 2 cards, and then you
Yeah,
put
I'm
one in a
drawing
pot.
2 cards, put 1 in pot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I met Jadelyn. She was incredibly nice and just very, just super sweet. And so I remember after meeting her, I specifically said to myself, I can do the things that I want to do. The only thing that's stopping me is me thinking that I can't do the things that I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I took it upon myself when I got back to revamp my Twitch channel a little bit and try to, involve myself more. because even though I felt like I was involved, I was incredibly passionate about this game, and I wanted to, continue to see BB Tag through. And I wanted to make sure that I was doing a good job of, hosting my tournaments well and stuff like that.
Makes sense to me. That's great.
Yeah, she was super great. So I went back home. I was still streaming off of my PlayStation. So I was running tournaments off of my PlayStation at that time without a PC. Full brackets. We were running the whole thing through a Discord.
Oh my god.
So we were like, at that point, I had maybe about, I want to say maybe 150 people in my community. And I had been streaming for already 2 years at that point if I started in 2020. So I was just super inspired after I left EVO in general because there were so many people that I had met that were sharing similar interests. And the thing that meant the most to me is there were a lot of people that shared the same insecurities that I did. And I wanted to make sure that there was representation for those people because I felt like that was an important thing for me to make sure that I experienced was that feeling of representation. So that was super nice. So I graduated from school in 2020. In 2021, I started band directing. So I was streaming incredibly infrequently. I was streaming like once every 2 weeks on a Wednesday and on Sunday. Every single time that I would stream, I would make sure that it was on Sunday. And we started doing set Sundays because that was the only day that I could consistently stream on.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So that's where we started with set Sunday. And then going into the winter of 2021, I bought my summer of 2020, winter of 2022, somewhere around there. I bought my PC.
Wow.
And so that helped a lot, and I had to get everything set up, and it was exciting. So I think I had started streaming on my PC, because even though I had the PC, I wasn't streaming on it. I started streaming on that somewhere in the middle of, I want to say that would have been 2020. Yeah, that would have been in 2022. So after EVO was whenever I really started making sure that I was consistently streaming with PC a bit more. I was using webcam. That's whenever I really wanted to be a commentator for the first time, and I was trying to make sure that I could figure out how to be a commentator.
Oh, for sure.
So there's a lot of hurdles that you have to go through to try to find your first commentary gig, and things you need to know in order to do that.
It definitely is a lot of skill. I like practice too.
Oh yeah.
To be able to like watch the game and have things to say about it.
And whenever you're running the whole tournament off of a laptop and a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Oh my god, that sounds like so much, but like super, super impressed with everything that you've done so far. For sure.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, by the way, so yeah, this is we're on our final turn. So you put one more card in the pot? Is that what you're doing?
Put that there. Yeah. Oh, it went on the edge. Put that. Boop.
Oh, just go ahead and
There we go.
And then I'm out of cards, so I can't do anything. So now we reveal and see who wins. So first off, which river do you want to play? The top or the bottom?
I'm gonna play bottom.
Okay, the bottom river. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this one. You only have one pocket. Okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my goodness. It's all good. So I have a 9. You have a 10.
Hey.
Oh yeah, no, you won this one. That's a higher
Yeah, buddy.
That's a higher pair. Nice. So all those cards go to you. How many points is that? Let's count them up. Oh, they're stuck together. There we go.
There you go.
2 plus 1 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 1 plus 3 is 9. So you get 9 points from that.
Good. 2.
Nicely done. I could not have predicted that you had a higher pair. But that's not what I was aiming for, because I was aiming for this other river. The thing is that you're not even competing, so it doesn't matter. Dang it, I had a full house too.
I could tell whatever you had going there, I was going to be able to compete with pretty early on, so I just ditched it.
Yeah, this is the strategy, right? Like you can have the best hand, but if no one wants to play with you, then it doesn't matter. Which is why I started loading up that pot like crazy.
There's like one of my cards in there.
So
it was before I saw how much you were investing in it, and then I pulled out.
This is so sick. That's the strategy of this game, which is why I like it. I was like, okay, there's some risk reward here. All right, so how many points is this? Also, let's see, you don't have any owls on your side, so you don't have to worry about that. But for me, I have 2 owls, and I have, in total, 7 plus 2 is 9 points. Are we
Good.
tied in points?
Yep.
That's crazy. There we go.
Nice.
Okay,
Oh,
so I have
yeah,
9,
stream
and
deck
these
is
owls
probably-
stay in front of me, which means they are extra spells I can use on my turn. As for everything else, though, they're all going back in the deck.
They're so cute.
Oh, what's cute?
And the owls.
Oh yeah, they're cool. They're little owl wizards. Oh geez, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Owls can be used at any point before or after your first spell, or not first, but before or after a spell. Let's see. One normal spell. Okay. Gotcha. So you can't use them after or before an advanced spell. Good to know. All right, are you ready for question 4?
I am ready for question 4.
Very cool. I'm having a good time.
Me too.
All right, let's see here. Ah, here we go. You are a big proponent of FGC esports and events in the community. So I'm real curious, how did you get your start into all this? How did you end up like joining the FGC and then like becoming at this point head of an esports organization?
So even though I've been pretty new to the FGC, I've been involved in esports in terms of MOBAs for a while. I got my start with League of Legends and Smite.
Oh wow.
That's what I played in college, so that was something that I got the opportunity to found. So in college, we didn't have an esports team. Whenever I got there, it was just not a thing anyone had ever really heard of. So I I was playing a lot of League of Legends with my roommates and with people that lived in my dorm, and just with the music department. We were pretty close knit in the clarinet group. So we would play League of Legends together after we got out of practices sometimes. And so I was playing enough MOBAs and League of Legends and Smite and things like that to where we had gotten like a full group of people that were playing at my college that like would try to seek out other universities to compete with. And so we ended up starting an esports team there at the collegiate level between me and 3 other people. And so that's where we got our start. And then from there, like that was my first esports experience, was playing League of Legends and Smite for that esports team in college. And then while I was in school, I was tournament organizing. Like I said, from my floor of my living room, playing League of Legends, or not playing League of Legends, playing BB Tag and things like that.
Okay. So you got into the esports community because of your college esports groups.
And actually, I did work in esports for a while for a company that I can't really name.
Oh, of course.
But I did work for an esports company, specifically coordinating tournaments between other facilities. They flew me out to Missouri one time to go just check the like original place out and make sure that I knew what the standards were. So I worked within a circuit to organize tournaments, as well as to find players within my local area to be able to participate in those tournaments. So I got to coordinate making esports teams that way.
Okay.
And so when I was working in esports, I was, of course, out of college. I was done with band directing at that point, too. I left band directing to work in esports.
Okay.
So I joined a team called Rosario Syndicate.
Oh, I've heard of them because
Yeah,
another
I joined
friend
them,
of mine joined them.
I think they're a great team. I joined them back in 2022. Like mid 2022, I think it was like the summer. I was on the team for like 3 months. And then I decided I wanted to form my own team. I had a lot of experience. Tadampi is also an esports coach for a college.
Oh, wow.
He actually coaches the esports team that I founded.
Wow.
So
Oh, it sounded
we're
like you were
very
gonna go on.
much esports people. Oh no, we're very much esports people. We've been playing esports, like coordinating tournaments and things like that. In terms of like tournament organizing, I got involved with Smash 4. Whenever
wow.
Smash 4 was still.
God, those are some days.
Yeah, right before Smash Ultimate came out, I was helping with tournaments for Smash 4. I worked in video game retail for a bit too, so I got experience running tournaments there. So just I try to involve myself in as many tournaments as possible so I could figure out how they ran. Um, I just constantly made sure that I was available for those things.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy to hear that like so much of your life, or I should say that gaming has become and given you so much in your life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've met so many friends and been able to rekindle so many, friendships and things like that over these games.
Oh, for sure. Like I'm so happy about that for you.
Is this the
Sorry. Oh, I was
is
gonna.
this the river
Oh
here
no, no,
that we
that's not it. That's my those are my own cards.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead and go first. Go ahead and put something in the pot or the pocket or the river, community, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I've been doing esports like that for a while. I started up the idea for Sprite Corner Esports in November of last year,
Wow, that's a
and
whole
really
year.
started working on things. Yeah, and then we officially got started in January. Um, Once I had stuff like that set up. Oh, this is my pocket.
Madasi.
Oh, that's your pocket. Oh, my bad.
Pocket.
I'll put this
You're
over here.
good.
Oh, Marco. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's really cool. About like I don't know. I just that thought of trying to put together an entire esports organization is crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot, but something that I saw. So whenever I was working for the esports company that I was working for, and I was part of Rosario Syndicate, one of the things that I really liked about Rosario Syndicate was the encouragement that they gave from their members to one another. There were a couple of times where I was attacked because I just not up to somebody's par of the game or for whatever reason.
Oh wait, that's messed up.
And they would represent, like, I wouldn't be there and they would be standing up for me.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like,
Love
that's
that.
amazing. I was like, I wish there was that for more people in general. I wish there was a place to curate healthy competition and to make sure that, like, whenever you enter this environment, it's going to be a healthy environment that fosters good fighting gameplay and good competition for the game, be it casual or be it competitive. And so I talked with Tadampi, and we really got started on the idea of we really want to flesh out this team and provide for members of the team that want to make it to those big major tournaments that just don't have the ways to do that right now. Because there's so many players that are amazing fighting game players that just never get the opportunity to go to these majors. And they would do phenomenally if they were. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to help out while also making sure that we were going to be curating that healthy environment for competition and making sure that that was going to be something that anyone could tell, be it that they were looking at our Twitter or that they were dropping in our streams. Because I've dropped into, I've played in tournaments and then you drop into the commentary of the stream and the team members are rooting on their fellow players, but they're being incredibly hostile to maybe the guests that they have coming in for those tournaments.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, and I specifically wanted to make sure that that wasn't ever going to be a thing that anyone had to, had to feel.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, like it's crazy how far networking goes, right? Like you on this journey, you at first you knew no one, and then suddenly like you know someone through a friend and a friend of a friend, and then suddenly like you're working with all these people in an organization. Definitely
Yeah,
get
absolutely. A nice thing too is like a lot of the founding members we had were people that like I already knew in my community or Tadampi knew through his esports org, and people that we knew were good at these games and just needed an opportunity to be on a team and get like that professional experience on their resume.
For sure, though. Like, I highly respect everybody who like works in esports organizations and just organizing tournaments in general. Like, TOs don't get enough love, in my opinion, or pay for that matter.
It's true. It's true.
Like, you know.
Yeah, the tournament organizers in the FGC are amazing. They're outstanding.
Okay. As I take my next turn, I'm gonna pivot and also ask you the next question, if you don't mind. You ready?
Okay, what you got?
I am super curious. Tell me the story of Your name, Church HB.
Oh, okay. You remember how I told you I lived in a household of fighting game players? Oh, I guess I missed that part. During the pandemic, I got kicked out of my dorm because of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
And so I had to find a place to live last minute. It was the year of my senior recital. For those of you guys who don't know, whenever you're getting a music education degree, there's this thing called a senior recital that you have to do in
Yes.
order to get your diploma.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to find a way to stay in the town or in the city where I was doing college and try to have this performance while my parents desperately wanted me to go home and the college kicked me out of the dorms.
Okay.
So I moved into this household of fighting game players. And man, it was sick. We played a lot of games all the time. But like I said, I was pretty big into the Smash 4 scene. And there was one specific player, one specific guy that was in the household where it was the night that Smash Ultimate had come out. So
Oh my god, that's a big night.
It was the night that Smash Ultimate came out. We were sitting in the living room trying to decide what our usernames were going to be. I had been through so many usernames at that point. I had been through Arcana Tatiana. That was my first username.
That's an amazing name.
I had done Arcana Tatiana. I was Crimson Airs.
Okay.
Aires. I was my last name before all of this was Pool Noodle. I went to tournaments with the name Pool Noodle for 3 months.
That's great.
We're sitting there in the living room trying to decide our new usernames, and I didn't know what to pick. But my my roommate at the time, oh, man, he was a jerk.
Gosh.
He was just a jerk of a guy. Just a true Chad, if you will. And we were making our new usernames, and he changed his name. And I loved his old username. I thought his old username was so good. It was just the letter X.
Wow.
That was it. It was just X. And he changed it to King. And so...
Respectable.
Man, King is an upgrade of a name, sure. But like I said, I didn't really care for him. And so I wanted to have like a little underhanded snide thing that I could have as like a joke to myself.
Okay.
And so when coming up with my name, there's a few things that I referenced in it. One of them being, what could possibly be more powerful than a king?
A queen. No, wait.
The church.
Oh. Yeah, maybe if we were definitely
That's a
living
way to rile community.
Yes, if we were living in like a certain century with Catholicism, for sure.
Well, I mean, like, with the way he was thinking, we might as well be.
Okay, fair.
So, I changed my name to Church. Also, one of my favorite bands, or my favorite band of all time, really, is Fall Out Boy.
Okay. Oh, I love Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy is my favorite band by far. They have a album called Mania. I don't think that album's great, but on that album, they have a song titled Church.
Uh-huh.
And there's so many lyrics that I think are so good in that song. And I think it's a really cool little song. Anyway, so like I said, I'm a big music nerd. I'm a huge music nerd. I love the breakdowns of things. I love getting into the music theory aspect of it. I like breaking it down as much as possible.
Oh, for sure.
And I love watching those videos where people will talk about how they wrote a song.
Uh-huh.
So I was watching a video of how they wrote the bass line to the song Church, and I was like, this is so cool. I liked the song before, but I liked it so much more after hearing how they rewrote the bass line, how they thought they had the bass line already written, they already thought they liked it, and then Pete Wentz went in and he rewrote it, and they liked it so much better. And I was like, I think that's a good like analogy for how things change. I think that's a pretty good reference to pull back, because I feel like I've changed my username a ton of times. I love sentimental meaning in names and things like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll go with the name Church. And the last reason is my favorite character from the TV show Red vs. Blue.
I was about to say.
That was on Rooster Teeth. My favorite character was Church.
Yeah.
So all of these things like came into my mind at one time whenever we were making up our usernames. And with I just said, I'll be Church. And my roommate turned to me and said, "That's a dumb name."
Oh
And I
my
said, "Who's gonna
God.
tell me that? The king?"
Yeah. Look, I think it's
I
cool.
I also like the idea of changing up conventions. I think church is definitely not a name that you would think of as, a
Yeah, no.
green-haired anime girl.
I love it. I definitely love it. Like you said though, like the first time I ever heard the name, like someone with the name Church was in Red versus Blue. Although I find it really like interesting that you say TV show, because I always thought of it as a YouTube series, at least until they got their whole
Like
big
on
like
the
thing,
Yeah, that's where I watched it. Was the big thing.
right? But yeah, it's like it's come such a long way, but it's really cool. But wait a minute though, what about the HB part?
So the H stands for H and the B stands for Billiam. Church H Billiam.
Wait, is that last name?
That's my canonical last name is Billiam. So my first name is Church. My last name is Billiam.
That's incredible.
My
And
middle name is just H, I guess.
Oh my god. Sorry, I got flashbacks to Death Note just now. It's like, what is his name? His name is just L. It's literally just L. Church H. Billiam, though. That's so cool.
Church H Billiam.
Her twist sister, Jimium.
No, but I do have a brother. His name is Chapel.
Oh, what? That's crazy. I love
be
that.
it that like I like the idea of a church toppling a king, right? I think the more so important part of a church is its community. And that's something that's meant a lot to me is a sense of community. So yeah, there's a lot of like weird little sentimental things in my name that I just really like.
Yeah.
And then there's Billiam. What about you? How'd you get Bronsois?
Oh, when I was a young boy. No. So I had to think of a Steam username back when I was making Steam for the first time. This was back in like elementary school, and I owned no games or anything like that. But at the time, I was just like, okay, I want to have a name that just sounds really sophisticated and cool. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like X Shadow X or something like that. Right? And so I just took in my mind the two nicest sounds I could think of in my head at the time, and also with the image of a bonsai tree, I guess, because like bonsais are cool and sophisticated. Bron Swa. Smash them together, and that's how I got the name. And then coincidentally, after I started streaming, someone pointed out that it sounds like the French word for good evening, which is bonsoir, which makes a lot of sense because I stream pretty much exclusively at night, at like late hours that everyone is fucking asleep. So it worked out. That's why I'm named Bronsois. Although it's always funny when people look at my name and think, how do I pronounce this? I never did like those X names. Yeah. Half LeBron, half Swallow, because he dunk and don't choke. As my friend makes fun of me all the time because he saw my name and was like, oh, it must be like LeBron. Braun like LeBron James. Smashed up with Swablu, the Pokemon. LeBron Swablu. And I said, no, you're just being dumb. LeBron Suavity, no. Oh my god. Church over the Kingdom, we know how the Game of Thrones went. Oh my god. It's my turn,
I
right?
just really didn't like that roommate, guys. I didn't like him.
Honestly. By the way, did you say you were co-ed roommating? Or, yeah, right?
Yeah, so there was, at the time there was 3 of us. And we all played different fighting games. There was 4 for a little bit. But we all played fighting games. There was one back in, I think it was 2018. Tadampi went to Evo, and it was just me and who was now named King. And we just learned Street Fighter together, and it was a terrible experience. He was a terrible teacher.
Oh my god. Also, I'm going to use this owl spell to put 2 more cards in my pocket. Let's see. I'm going to do this one and this one. Okay, my turn's over. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like every time I hear about roommates from people, it's always like horror stories.
I had a great college roommate. Like, my college roommate was fantastic. We played all kinds of games together. Whatever it was that I was playing, she was down for.
Oh, hell yeah. Love that.
We came back from spring break 2 days early so that we could play League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And like we didn't tell our family why we were going back early.
Okay.
And that's all we did was we exclusively played League of Legends.
Oh,
She was
sorry.
great. She was phenomenal.
So much League.
I
Oh my
played
God.
so much League, Bronzewet.
Also, hello, welcome in, Lamb. I forgot to say hi, but yeah. Church, Kingdom, Commoners, Media, Internet are the 5 estates. Really? In that order?
Gosh.
Did you put a card down just now?
No, I realize we don't have any pots, I don't think, right?
Oh, wait, did I not put this in the... I thought this was in the pot.
Is that where that is? Okay.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Oh, wait, no, this is not the pot. That's the card I just
I
used.
thought that was your pocket.
Oh, yeah, no, that's my... No, this is the deck. I just put the card back.
Uh-huh.
And then these are my
Oh, I
pockets.
see.
And then, so we don't have any pots yet. We haven't bet
Okay, well,
anything.
I'm going to draw 2 cards and then put one of them in my pot.
Okay, gotcha. By the way, speaking of music, that brings us to our 6th question, actually. Which is, I have written here, I understand that you're into music and songwriting. Tell me more about that. Like, do you have any music that you recommend people to listen to? What have you worked on? Have you released anything?
Oh, I've worked on a lot of stuff. So I've worked on like all kinds of projects in terms of writing things. I've composed full quartets for things. I've composed
Wow.
band arrangements, jazz arrangements, things like that.
Oh, I love jazz.
I like it. I'm a big fan of jazz now. When I was in jazz band, I hated jazz.
I mean, understandably.
When I was in jazz band, jazz was the devil.
He's like, I don't understand this.
It was the worst. I had a really good professor. He was just incredibly hard on us, and it was a fun class. But in terms of music, so I have been a clarinetist since I was in like the 6th grade, I think. So I've been playing clarinet for an incredibly long time. I went to college for clarinet. That's where I was going to study my music degree. In order to graduate with a music education degree in instrumental studies, which is what I did, you still have to take a semester of like voice lessons. I hated it.
Oh.
But it taught me a lot. It taught me that I was in the wrong major for a semester.
Oh my God.
So I switched majors. I went into music composition. So I did do music composition for a while because I was just incredibly passionate about writing marching band shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of the marching band shows that I've written. I've done full arrangements for the Nutcracker.
Wow.
For a full marching band arrangement for it. I thought it was super cool.
That is really cool.
There's other little like marching band pieces that I've done for like stand tunes, things like that. But that's where I kind of started writing. Yeah, I did write marching band shows. The worst part was the percussion for me. I could do it. I just didn't like it as much. Whenever I was in high school, I started writing poetry to enter in competitions because I was really trying to get scholarship money.
I love poetry. Sorry.
Yeah, I do too. I have written a poetry novel. I was going to get it published, and then I pulled back on it last minute. That was in high school. So I kept all of those poems.
Wow.
And I started reworking them for songs. So I learned some piano in high school, a little bit before. My parents were pretty big about me and my brother taking piano lessons. That was a thing that they really wanted us to have as an opportunity. So we took piano lessons. I was not great.
Yeah.
But my brother was really good. And I was able to figure out bases and fundamentals and things like that. And so I started writing songs whenever I was in high school, in our band hall, whenever nobody else was. I was a big band nerd. I would finish up all of my classes super early. I would take home my homework and all the work that I would be needing for future classes so I could wrap it up and turn it in the next day. That way I could skip class and go practice in the band hall. So I, on average, was practicing like 6 hours a day and actually only in classes for 2 hours a day.
Oh, you are insane, but I love that for you.
So it was a fun time. So I would use the piano over there to write songs and do improv. And that's where I first started doing improvised singing. And then whenever I got to college, I learned some ukulele. I had a friend who was playing ukulele, so they taught me some ukulele. And then from there, I just started really putting all of these songs and all of this poetry that I had, because I had so much work written up for a long time that I was able to kind of organize and get it coordinated. So I wrote a whole bunch of songs, and I recorded my first song as a single in 2018. The guy who recorded it was super nice. He was super cool. It was the first time I'd ever recorded anything. It was a great experience. No one will ever hear that song because listening back to it, I don't like it. I've reworked it. We've revamped it. It's still
Okay.
a song I perform. It sounds nothing like the original song ever did. Uh, so I started performing, yeah, I started just kind of performing one day. I had a friend who played guitar and needed somebody to fill in a spot at a bistro with him to play some music for a couple of hours. And I had a lot of music at that point that I had written and that I had learned how to do in general. And so I performed for the first time in a coffee shop, and then I started performing in bars and just open mic nights, anything like that. I was there. I
Beautiful.
would drive a while to go out and try to find different venues to go sing at.
Oh, you're so
Um,
dedicated for that.
it was something. It was because I had people around me who also had that same inspiration at that time, right?
Okay, so you didn't just go alone.
I had a friend who was a country singer.
Oh, nice.
She is a country singer, an incredible country singer, and she was constantly performing at different bars. And I just thought she was so inspiring and so cool. And she would always get dressed up to the nines and go perform at these places
Wow.
in the biggest jewelry that you can imagine.
Okay, that's fabulous.
And so I would go out with her, and I would just kind of be the plus one who would just be there whenever someone was needed. So I performed quite a bit that way. And then I didn't actually start performing songs on Twitch until this year.
Wow. I mean, I've never actually heard you sing before, but I assume that it probably sounds great.
I delete the VODs immediately after. It's because at the time, whenever I did the concert stream, I was having so many of my graphics being stolen
Oh no, what
and
the?
copied.
Your graphics on stream?
Yeah, just different stream graphics, different stuff for Sprite Corner Esports. Like, my personal graphics were getting taken and reused, and I was getting no credit. And so I was so tired of people stealing my stuff and just not giving me any credit at all. So I did a concert stream, and then I immediately took down the VOD.
Wait, that's crazy. How does that even happen? It's on your stream.
I know, it's crazy.
Like I'm flabbergasted, honestly. But yeah, I love music. I love music theory and stuff like that. I'm not a music major though. I think I've made that clear. I'm an English major, but I spent a lot of time in the music department because I was in an a cappella group, and so
Cool.
I'm pretty familiar with how things go for them.
Man,
So
I do not know as much about the choir world as I would like to.
I think instrumentalists and choir people go through pretty similar things. You all have to take pretty similar classes anyway.
That's true.
Let's see, it's my turn. I think I will go ahead and
I no longer remember what my cards were. Ah, yes.
this is awkward, but I guess it works. I'm gonna go ahead and put this card here. Oh, who farted?
Oh, how was music theory for me? So I did take a music theory class whenever I was in high school. Be it that my school didn't like offer it until that year, I did take a music theory class. The guy that I took the music theory class, there was only one other person in my class, and he went to Harvard.
What?
So the class was so fast paced because it was just the two of us. And whenever 50% of the class understands, I got left behind quite a bit.
Okay. I'm just like, well, actually, I guess I am a little surprised that he decided to go to Harvard, not Berkeley School of Music or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he went to Harvard. Scored a perfect score on his ACT.
Man, you always gotta wonder where did these like people
I know.
that you knew, where are they now, right?
He's still in Boston.
He's still there,
Still in
doing
Boston.
something. I don't know, brilliant minds and all that. Oh, there was
Yeah,
another.
we're still friends.
Oh yeah, sorry, what was that?
No, we're still friends, so that helps in keeping up.
Nice. Wow. I feel like I'm friends with some people still from high school on Facebook, but I just have not like talked to them at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I were ever just like talk to them, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, cool."
It's always nice to rekindle after a while, you know?
There was a, what's it called? I guess, oh, what the, oh, oops, you didn't see anything.
I don't even know what you did.
Okay, I put it in the pot, but yeah. There was the other half of this question is, do you have any music recommendations? Like,
Ooh.
what do you like? What would you say? Oh yeah, you guys should listen to this. Because I don't know if you're one of the people that listen to everything, or there's certain things that you like the most.
When I was getting ready for my debut, I I was keeping track of the different genres that I was listening to as I was going through them.
Oh,
Because I started with gospel rock, and then I went through classic rock, and then I went through EDM.
okay,
I'm a big fan of alternative rock. Alternative rock is my favorite genre.
that is my favorite genre as well.
It's so good. It's such a broad genre too. I really like the different instrumentations that you can get. I like bands like the Lumieres, although that's not one of my favorite bands. I like that style of music quite a bit.
Folksy.
And right now, my favorite band in terms of alt rock is AJR. I think AJR has
Oh,
some
yeah.
great instrumentation. I love the voices. I like I said, I love watching those videos of how people write music. I think that's such a cool process. And so I like watching their videos on how they come up with stuff. I think it's always really good. I love AJR. I'm also a big fan of Connor Price. So those are two different genres. Now we're getting into some rap.
Oh, okay.
I'm not huge into the rap scene, but I love AJR and I love Connor Price. Sorry, different thing. I also really love Watsky. I like spoken word poetry. I think that's great.
So
and I
fun.
think whenever you can get that really upbeat, I think it's super cool. There are some songs where they mention, and this is just a general, some artists mention that there's not enough time to really put what message you want in a song. I think that's so true. It always seems so short, and then if you keep writing your songs, they get to be about 7-8 minutes long. And I think
Man.
there are artists that definitely fill up as much of that time with some really cool stuff. Milky Chance is so good. I also
Oh, I love
Milky
Milky Chance. Gosh.
Is it Last Dance by Milky Chance? That song
Yes,
was
that's the
my
one.
song of 2013.
Oh, it's so fun. Their
I also
latest album's
like,
good
Mike
too.
Stone. Oh, I haven't heard their latest album.
Yeah. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, but if you like AGR, then I feel like adjacent to that is like John Bellion, and if you like spoken word, that kind of, well, it's not really spoken word, but one rap artist I know that, or I guess it's more R&B, is Saba is really eloquent with the way he uses words as well.
Yeah, I'm also a sucker for like, I'll still listen to Ariana Grande any day of the week.
Oh, for sure.
You put her on the radio, I'm there. I'm there.
Time to put on the Ariana Grande Christmas album. At least I thought that was a Christmas album. Let's see here. I think it's your turn.
There's also an artist called Mike Snow I was super into in like 2016.
Is that the guy who wrote Genghis Khan?
Yeah, that one.
That's the one. Get a little bit Genghis Khan. No one else but me. That's the one.
It's such a good song. I've listened to that song so many times. I love that song.
Oh, I have to apologize. Jello has redeemed Grandpa Braun for 10 minutes.
Heck yeah.
Oh my god, you gotta deal with this? Okay. Oh, I'm rapidly aging. Oh, this is me. Oh no. Oh.
I'm gonna pull two and do.
Oh no. Okay. I'm now old. I apologize. Once again, thank you so much for coming to this interview. I really appreciate it. Take time out of your life for an old man like me. I don't
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yes. I don't really see my grandchildren anymore.
God, why?
No, they never call or visit, except on the holidays. Although I haven't heard them this year. I hope they're okay. Oh, is it my turn? Oh, excuse me.
Turn.
Oh, I'm going to place this card right here. Yes. Okay. I think that'll do.
You're pimping out my wheelchair. Rims and turbo. Oh, it's just like the good old days. Back when they used to call me Hot Rod. Okay. I'm going to put this card down, and then I use this owl card to place one card from my hand into a pot, and I choose this pot right here. After that, I will return this card back to the deck on the bottom of it, just like that. That's my turn. It's your turn now.
Oh, I'm actually gonna get a second one ready this time. Look at that.
Oh. Do tell.
Now I have 2 pockets.
2 pockets.
2 whole pockets, Grandpa.
No, that's more than one. Hold on.
Pockets are amazing.
I'm trying to remember. Please excuse me. My memory isn't what it used to be. But I forget what happens if I have no cards in my hand and you do.
Bedtime story please.
Oh, a bedtime story. Once upon a time, there was a weasel. The end. Sorry, my memory isn't what it used to be. There might have been a duck in that story as well. Let's see. Players with no cards in hand at the start of their turn must pass and use no additional spells. When only one player remains, that player can no longer draw cards using any method. Okay, Church. It seems you have a lot of cards to play,
Oh.
but you
Lot of
may not
cards,
draw
lot of cards. As long
cards.
as I don't fill the river. Fancy.
Yes, actually. It seems I might have made a major misplay, as the kids say.
Oops, as the kids say.
Who's going to keep Church awake?
Put that
Who's
there.
going to keep me awake?
Hello,
I've-
headless again. One.
In the words of popular modern music artist The Weeknd, I feel it coming. Did we already say hello? Oh, hello. How are you, Headless? You feel it what? Oh, I've already forgotten. Oh, no, I would never shit myself. At least not without the adult diaper on. My son always tells me, remember, father, you must remember your adult diaper. You're no longer built like they used to be. I'm what? I feel the sleep coming on, that's all. My goodness, Church. You're fully loading.
I had a whole bunch of cards, and as long as I don't fill up the river, we're Gucci. And now I
Oh.
filled up the river, so we're
Who
Gucci.
redeemed this? Oh, it was one lemon. Oh, so sorry. Jello bran. My memory is not quite what it used to be. Have I introduced you to my granddaughter? She's beautiful. I could show you pictures. I'm sure I left them around here somewhere. First to 3 in Guilty Gear right now, or you don't get your meds? Oh, that's all right. You see, I developed arthritis sometime in my earlier age. My fingers tend to shake when I hold the controller. I can no longer game like I once did. Nowadays, I just give advice to the kids, like that one character, Cranky Kong. They never listen, though. One day they'll end up like me, and then they'll see they really should have went for leverless instead of stick. Oh, right. The game is now ready to be showdowned. Okay, Church. Well, do you want to do the top river or the bottom river?
We'll do top river first.
Ah. There's a 4, a 6, an 8, and a 9. I'll be playing with this pocket. How about you?
I'll be playing with this pocket that I can't grab up here.
Oh, of course.
It's this one.
I recommend mousing over them. Yes.
There we go.
All right. On the count of 3, we'll flip over our cards. Ready? 1.
Ready. 2.
2. I'm sorry, what comes after 2?
5, Grandpa.
Oh, thank you. 5. 3. Yes. Oh, what's this? A 4 and a 9. Ah, a 2 pair. I have a 4. Oh. I believe I've made a major miscalculation. Oh well, these things happen. I was supposed to have a flush. I'm not sure what happened.
Was it the other card? Maybe?
Grandpa saw magic.
Oh, do magic. I have a magic trick right now. In the blink of an eye, I'm going to lose this. At any rate, why don't we flip over the pot and see what you won, Church? Goodness me, look at this. You've gained 3, 1, and 1. 5 points,
5.
Church.
1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Impressive. Okay, there's still one more river to play. If I didn't know any better, it feels as though I've been hoodwinked. Are you sure you're not a card shark in disguise?
I don't think I've got the memory for that, Grandpa.
Oh, if you say so. All right, on the count of 3, let's flip this over. 1, 2, 5, 3. I have a 12 and an 11. It's a 2 pair.
I've only got 1 pair.
Oh, I see.
You take the money and run, Grandpa.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
This will go great for my retirement fund. Let's see what I've gained.
No, Columns, don't tell him to go to the light.
Run towards the light. I can't run anymore, Column. That's why you pimped my wheelchair. Hold on. Okay. This is a lot of math for one old man. We have 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 11, 2 is 13, and 14, well, plus 1. I have 14 points. Plus my 9 is 23, I believe. 23 points for me. 1,
Woot.
2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, Church, I believe that's the end of this round. How many chips do you have?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14.
14 to my 23. It seems things are proceeding in a manner very much beneficial to me.
It's for the retirement fund, Grandpa.
Yes, it's very important that I make it to retirement. How else am I going to afford that beach house in the Bahamas?
Yeah. Never been to the Bahamas before.
Oh my, it's already been 11 minutes since I did it doing this voice. I'm going to have to go to bed now. Good night, Church. Good
Good night,
Church.
Grandpa.
Oh, goodbye, everyone.
All right, that's the end of Grandpa Run. He's gone. He's gone away. He's gone to sleep.
Oh, I miss him.
And what a lovely old man. Could you read me your favorite poems to cheer me up? Yeah, maybe after this. Or, do I have? Well, actually, I don't know if I should because my favorite poems are all really sad.
What's one of your favorite musical artists, Francois?
Oh, my favorite musical artist. Let's see. My default answer used to be Panic the Disco, but they've since kind of
Oh,
like
it's a good one.
I know, but they've since kind of like branched
Expanded.
off into different things, and now they're no
Yeah.
longer a thing.
It's true.
Yeah, kind of. Why are all my
Anyway,
favorite
Carrie.
bands like all like stuck in the past and then they're no longer around? Like I don't know, My Chemical Romance is also gone, which is
Yeah.
funny because I didn't get into My Chemical Romance until I was like, actually later on after like, because like they were a big thing like the 2000s, and then I didn't get into them like until almost 2020 because I finally got around to listen to one of their songs from the Black Parade, and I was like, this is so good. And then I bought the album. No, I got the album for Christmas, and I listened to them for the first time. And then I was in my My Chemical Romance phase, which has not died down. I am now a My Chemical Romance fan, specifically for the Black Parade album. But I know people love Helena, but there's that. You are
Uh,
great.
they okay. Did you listen to their album that they released where they had other artists cover their work?
I think I have. Like, I do remember that where for someone like 21 Pilots did their song "Cancer."
Exactly. I love that song. That rendition of Cancer is so good. I love 21 Pilots too.
Oh
They
yeah,
inspire
21
a lot
Pilots
of
is
my
great.
ukulele work. They're really good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm all over the place when it comes to music these days. Like, I could not pin down a single, what's it called? Like
Genre.
artist or genre these days. I have like a playlist for almost everything. Like, it's not just genre, but also like, oh yeah, these are songs you listen to when you can't stop jumping up and down. Stuff like that. But
I feel that.
my favorite song is the MCR, or my favorite MCR song is the SpongeBob AI Helena cover. No. Toad sings MCR. No. All right. Let's see.
Oh, thank you, Salvia. You're great.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. We need to get to the next question. Let's see. We went through all these. Sorry, I lost track of things because I think they got a little shuffled around.
Oh, you are A-okay.
Of course. We're almost 3 hours in the stream. I'm doing great. Having a good time. All right, here it is. What new things do you want to try doing in the future as a VTuber?
I've never actually done a karaoke stream. I've done a live concert. I've never done a karaoke stream. I think it'd be nice to not have to worry about performing the live instrumentals while you're also singing, so that's something I'd like to do one day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Karaoke streams are great.
One of the things that I really wanted to try doing as a VTuber graphic designer is I wanted to try hosting a giveaway.
Oh wow.
So I'd never hosted a giveaway. I'm trying to do a giveaway right now, so we'll see how that goes. Because I really want to practice doing more VTuber backgrounds.
For sure though, like actually, I mean, you're not the only VTuber graphic designer I know of, but definitely your graphic design looks great.
Thank you. There's a lot that I still need to learn, and so I'm trying to get as much practice in as I can. But I made a lot of stuff for just fighting game players, and I love making stuff for fighting game players. It's just I want to dabble in something that's a little bit more of a challenge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's always fun to be posed with new challenges, so that way you can figure out more about your skill or your craft.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely get the sense of like wanting to do different things as a VTuber because I'm one of the few VTuber poets that I know. Like
It's
I'm
true.
from,
I can't think of anyone else.
there are a couple, but they're very far and few in between, I'd say. Is that an apple pie? In a brick?
Oh.
The magic trick didn't work the way you said it would. You're right. I actually didn't lose. All my poems are depressing. A little bit, yeah. I mean, I have a couple like nice ones.
It's like Weezer. All my favorite songs are slow and sad.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you know the funny thing about Weezer? They've recently made a comeback again because their song has been featured in Fortnite.
Like Weezer. I was really sad. Okay, back in 2020, I was trying to go to the Hella Mega Tour, which was Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer, and that was like my dream
Oh
concert.
wow, yeah.
I wanted to go so badly. Um, I didn't really care for Green Day's last album at that time. I don't know if they've come out with anything since. I haven't really listened to Green
I
Day
don't
in a
think
hot
so.
minute. But Weezer's so good. I love Weezer.
Oh yeah. Just to fill you in
I
though,
love
like
the sound of it.
yeah, no, I think they're a great band. I think that Island in the Sun is their best song in my opinion, but right now though everyone's just spamming Buddy Holly.
It's a good one. I like Buddy Holly. Okay, I've heard it a million times. Is the only problem.
Yeah, exactly, right. And everyone's heard Say It Ain't So, but that's such a good song too though.
That's true.
Classic.
For Holiday.
Holiday is Green Day.
My brain is mush right now.
That's okay. I did sing a cover of Holiday.
I was looking at so I'm trying to make playlists for friends for Christmas. It's a big thing for this year.
Okay.
And so I've been listening to a lot of like a lot of mashup stuff of like 4 songs wrapped up into one mashup.
I've been listening to a lot of mashups recently too, actually. Oh hey Rena.
What's up, Rita? Yeah, I listened to one today that was like Adele, Neon Trees, Imagines, and Panic at the Disco, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's great. Mashups go so hard.
They
like-
really do.
And then there's cursed mashups, like songs that have no business being together whatsoever. Or songs sung in the style of
Do I
something
start?
else.
Is that right?
Yeah, you have less points, so you're going first.
Or are you starting?
You're starting first.
Oh,
Oh my god, no!
no!
No! Ah! Church, no! Don't die!
I don't know what happened.
Oh, everything crashed, looks like. Don't worry, everything's still here, so you just need to get back in the studio collab, and then also rejoin on tabletop.
Okay.
We can still hear you though. We can still hear you. That's the good news.
Good news.
I just realized the Christmas lights have been in the wrong place this entire time.
Let's see. Hopefully that works.
Actually, no. Maybe they have been in the right place. Oh, there you are. Don't worry, I got you. Hold on. Bring you back down over here.
Okay. I think I got reconnected.
Yeah, you're back. Okay, great.
Woot.
So let's make sure you're the right size as well.
Let me try to find the game.
Okay, we're good though. They took down the church. It's for the Republic to rise. No.
Was it glow do to le got slaying apusto that blew up le play.
There we go.
All over the place. Oh my goodness. Could you read me your favorite poem to cheer me up? My favorite poem, though, Apom, or if you really want to hear it, then I can look it up. Here. I have to pause the music to do it, though. Well, first off, I have to see if Apom is in chat. If Apom's not in chat, I'm not going to read it, because then that would be a waste. Your VTuber goes hard. Marco is a fan. Where's the church's Texas chicken sponsorship?
Good questions. Good questions. I'd also like to ask.
All right, you're back. Okay, great. Wow. Bearsona11, thank you for raiding with a party of 1. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, my name is Bronsois, modern day bard at your service, your one-stop shop for poetry, performance, and pleasantries. When I'm not playing fighting games, you can usually find me reading, writing, and sometimes I might even sing you a psalm. Hey, welcome in.
How's it going, Bear Soda?
Gonna grind Catalina now. Love you all. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye, Rena. Call him. How's it going? It's because one time when someone like was trying to remember my spiel at the end, at the beginning of the raids and all that, right? And they couldn't remember if it was what the P word was, or poetry, performance, and the third thing, right? The third thing is pleasantries, but everyone keeps hearing pleasure. No, it's not pleasure. Stop. My God. Anyways, now that you're back, it's your turn.
I don't know. I like chat saying pleasure in chat.
Okay, thanks. Stop. It would be my pleasure. No. Number one cat in the making. Yeah. What was I gonna go on about? Oh, right. So yeah, you want to do more graphic design. You want to do more. You want to try doing a karaoke.
Yeah.
And
Anything else necessarily that I want to do right now?
that's true.
In terms of exclusively VTubing stuff, I'm not sure.
That's true. I mean, just as a content creator in general too.
Yeah, I need to get better at making short form content, and that's been a really big thing. So I've started on TikTok this
Oh my
year.
God.
So I've been posting on there, but I felt really awkward posting on there before I had my official like new model and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so I didn't do as much. But I have been as of the last 48 hours.
I should do more content too, but I probably would do. I could do YouTube Shorts maybe. Well, just YouTube in general. But I also just don't want to be the kind of guy who just uploads VODs and that's it. Right? I want to make
That's
actual
what I didn't
content.
want to do either.
Right?
Huge shout out
Pleasure.
to any people in chat who clip stuff.
That's true. Clips are like really, really good for streamers. They're so good.
Clips are amazing.
Happy holidays.
Like,
Yeah, thank you,
most
Bear.
of mine are from clips.
Sounds like pleasure. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, but if I'm gonna do content on like YouTube, I would want it to be something more original. But I could also just upload clips and stuff. I assume that your esports organization has its own like YouTube channel, upload VODs and things like that.
Yep. We upload VODs. We have we do a thing called knowledge checks, which is our game show.
Oh,
so
wow.
we have a quiz show where we'll ask our get a few of our team members together, and then we'll ask them questions about just different fighting games.
That's a lot of fun.
One of the ones that we've got on there is like it's just a quiz of images of different Street Fighter characters, and you have to basically tell where they're from or what their names are.
Okay.
Just a basic knowledge check of what is your knowledge about this part of the game. And then we also have some where it's more targeted towards like the moves of a game or towards like the OST or character design, things like that.
I see.
We also have, so we have the podcast, we have the knowledge checks, and then we also have a series where we interview our players while we play games with them.
Okay.
Along with just we play games with each other. We actually have a big Sprite Corner esports holiday party coming up tomorrow. So
Oh, that's
I'm
so
excited.
fun.
Yeah, so we upload quite a bit of content plus our VODs.
Okay, yeah. No, that's really cool though. So you got content creation going on the side for your whole thing, but at the same time, like, so you're saying in the future you also want to do stuff for yourself too.
Yeah, a big focus for me is just because I run the paperwork side of the esports team too,
Oh,
right?
God.
So the thing is Sprite Corner Esports is a small business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just a team, right? Because we do the financially responsible, keeping track of all of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in charge of a lot of the paperwork, so I keep track of that. That's also why I can't run a casino, because I run an esports team.
Yep, you got your hands full for sure. Put this here.
And do you have any like really big plans that you want to do for next year?
I think I've said this, but let's see. I've always wanted to run an open mic as a VTuber. Oh, no, not again.
No.
Well, at least we can still hear you.
Yeah, I'm still in the Discord call. It's just my Steam is.
Yeah, your
somehow
Steam
being
is
wonky.
freaking out. Oh, there you are, Apom. I was going to read you my favorite poem if you want to hear it.
Welcome, Becky Plum.
Bye? Oh, God.
Pretty inconvenient.
Open mic for what? It would be, well, I would want to open a poetry open mic, but it wouldn't be opposed if other people wanted to do other things too,
Oh, that's a cool idea.
right? Because I know that people have open mics for what's it called? Singing and stand-up comedy as well. But I would like to do a poetry open mic for sure. And let's see, actually, I wrote down all the plans somewhere. If I can open it up here, it's all in my. I have like this one very very big text document of just like VTuber related stuff. Right here it is. Goals. That's that. Here it is. It'd be nice if we could actually like pump out covers and things like that. Oh yeah, I want to host a fighting game tournament. That'd be fun at some point, just for the community, I think.
Heck yeah.
Anything else? There was another thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to like you said, right, make more content on other platforms like YouTube.
Yeah, just branching out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's a good goal.
Let's see here. Roses are red, bronze green. I'm gonna take your spleen. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. What? Oh, also, Apom. When I open the mic. Apom, did you still want to hear my favorite poem or no? Oh hey, Cavalder. To get everyone in the Christmas spirit, I will remind you that according to Troll Jesus, to go to Goblin mode is to be one with Satan. Troll Jesus? I didn't know that trolls had a Jesus. But anyways, I'm waiting on Apom's response. Let's see.
Goblin mode. Yeah, I've got a bunch of goals for events
Sure.
that I want to do next year, but I want to say they're more like tournament centered.
Oh, that's fair.
I like tournaments, they're fun.
Yeah. I think it's very likely that I'm going to hit 1,900 followers by the end of this year.
Let's go.
That's going to be crazy. If I got
That's my goal, man.
if I got 2,000 followers by the end of the year, man, that'd be actually insane. I don't know where I would get 100 followers from, but you know.
I feel you. I think I'm like
Goblin
a
ID.
10
Oh my
away
God.
from 1900.
Yeah. I think
And I'm like, it's so close.
I'm
It's
so happy to
close.
see everyone around me growing too. It's so good to see. People are really popping off.
Heck yeah. It's a good time for the FGC too.
There's
It's
a
a
lot-
nice time to meet other people with similar interests, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of Twitch streamers that do weekly community tourneys, mostly on Fridays. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to do it like something regular though, because that's kind of hard to maintain, and because you have to maintain to do it weekly is a big commitment. I gained two
agree.
followers. Wow. So I probably do maybe one or two big special things a year is what I'm thinking. But here's my favorite poem. It's by Robert Creeley. It's called "A Form of Women." A form of women. I have come far enough from where I was not before to have seen the things looking in at me from through the open door, and have walked tonight by myself to see the moonlight and see it as trees and shapes more fearful because I feared what I did not know but have wanted to know. My face is my own, I thought. But you have seen it turn into 1,000 years. I watched you cry. I could not touch you. I wanted very much to touch you, but could not. If it is dark when this is given to you, have care for its content when the moon shines. My face is my own. My hands are my own. My mouth is my own. But I am not. Moon, moon, when you leave me alone, all the darkness is an utter blackness, a pit of fear, a stench, hands unreasonable, never to touch. But I love you. Do you love me? What to say when you see me? That's it.
Ooh. You need snaps in chat.
Snaps, yeah. 52 times a year, but once a month is 12 times a year. That's fair. Interesting to think about, isn't it? We live for drama here. Weekly is a huge commitment, especially without other people helping. Oh, for sure. Once a month would be more doable, but I'm still thinking just like maybe once in a while. Serena does stuff, right? Yeah, Serena does stuff. Well, it used to be weekly, but then
I think once a month is fine. If
yeah.
not once every couple of months is even
she does it
better.
like bi-monthly
It matters
now.
how much you can pace yourself, you know?
Exactly. So, you know, don't try to spread yourself too thin. Love it. Thank you. 2K hot tub stream. We did a hot tub stream one time already. Every quarter? Like 4 times a year?
Quarterly hot tub stream?
No! Tournaments! Oh, commentating is a lot of fun, though. I've gotten a chance to try it, and I would love to do it again. Alright, it's my turn, right? Let's see here. Oh, not again! Church, are you still there?
I am still here. It's
Oh,
being
God.
weird again.
Coolly, oh no, hello. A quarterly hot tub tournaments. No! You should commentate for Offkai, it'd be fun. Don't let it go to waste. Wait, what are we wasting? Yes? Hot tub tournament.
Oh no.
Bronze hot top topic tournament. Hot tub top.
It could be Bronze's Hot Top 8.
Hot top. Okay, that would be kind of fun, but still, no. Alright, there we go. We're back.
Woot.
Woot. It's been a while since I heard that. Alright, my turn. I'll go ahead and put, let's see. I'll put this card down. Alright. Your turn. Oh, once you get... Wait, what am I saying? You have to get back in the game first.
I also realized I had to get back to the game.
Ah! Quarterly hot tub stream and Ronsoir's swimsuit is just a frilly full-body wetsuit. Why does it have to be frilly? We're talking hot tub streams. The biannual would be pretty good. Biannual hot tub stream, specifically for the summer. Ronsoir's hot tub summers tournament. Okay. Anyways, I placed down this card. It's your turn. While I get the next question out. Frilly neck thing? Oh, that's what you meant. Smash and splash. Be kind of fun. We still have to do Bronsoir's Bardic Beatdown, though. Ah, here we go. Oh. Are you ready for question 7?
Yeah.
Alright, here is question 7. What advice do you have for anyone who wants to try VTubing or entering any other creative endeavor?
I think there's a common misconception that in order to be a VTuber, you have to have a lot of money. The first model I ever had was a free model.
Yep.
So I didn't invest any like actual money in it. I just invested time. There's 2 investments you make as a VTuber. There's one in money and there's another in time. Both of those things are things that get invested, I think, quite a bit because you have to fix stuff constantly. There's things that go wrong every now and then. But I think as long as you want to do it, there's more than enough resources to try. I also recommend do not purchase a VTuber model until you have tried streaming.
Absolutely.
Because how do you know that you like it?
Exactly. You have to try it first. Like, how many people do I know who have just, like, done the thing, fantasized, but have never actually done it, right? They've bought the model, they've had, like, they have all these ideas, but then they find out that it burns them out and they don't really have an inkling towards it.
Like, you know, it should start as a hobby, and your hobby should be things that you enjoy. So.
Exactly. My first model was free. Well, I had to call it a model. It was just a PNG.
Yeah, my PNG I think I paid like $25 for, and it was because it's not very often you find green-haired characters out in the wild.
It's true. Wait, hold on now. Sorry, I'm green.
Potato Bron? Oh no.
Okay, look. The thing is, though, I feel like I feel so sad. Why did I even bother becoming an anime boy when everyone just prefers me in potato form anyway? It drives me nuts.
Prefer the potato.
Anyways, whose turn is it?
I think it's your turn. I just
Oh,
put
okay, you
down
put that there.
back
Okay,
there.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Interesting. All right,
See, chat says both are cute though.
let's see here. Hmm.
Yeah, there's so many free assets and free things just available to anyone who just wants to start VTubing and trying it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great place to start.
Yep. All right, first I'm going to use one of my advanced spells to place 2 cards in a pocket. This one and this one. And then you have to now put a card in a pot.
Okay.
We think of Potato Brawn fondly. I know a lot of YouTubers get their start during COVID because they were stuck at home with nothing to do and needed not to go stir crazy. Also true. A lot of people got into like different hobbies. Like I know a bunch of people who got into like crocheting, for example. So VTubing is definitely up there.
Or like I don't know what it's called, the diamond art where you put like gems down on paper that has numbers.
Oh, bejeweling?
Assigned
Or
to
no,
the
that's something
colors.
else.
I don't know what it's called. All I know is I have a lot of friends who do that now, and I don't know what it's called, but it's very pretty.
Okay.
Diamond painting. That is what that is. Thank you, Karina.
Diamond painting. Wow. There was an outcry during your debut. I guess a lot of people will stop. Like, we don't like you anymore because you're anime. Which, you know. Well, it's whatever. I like the way I look, and that's what's important.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. Let's see. Any other advice though
I
for?
love your model.
Thank you. Any other advice though for like people who want to try doing something like this? It doesn't even have to be VTubing.
The other day I had somebody DM me asking me, how do you make a name for yourself in the FGC?
Yeah.
So I'm not speaking from like experience of like, I feel like I've made a name for myself in the FGC. I'm specifically speaking from the aspect of, I'm looking at the people that I respect in the FGC. And thinking like, how did they make their names? And it most often than not, it's just involvement. You know, it's just
It's true.
being involved. Just see if somebody. I think it's a very humbling experience, right?
Yeah.
To have to ask people if they need help with something, or like if you can assist in some way, or if they can help you maybe find connections to these people. I think that's super important for anybody who's trying to make them name for themselves, and I think that applies to anything in general. It's making sure that you are there, I guess.
No, for sure. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised I got into the FGC of all things. Because all I did was just start streaming a fighting game, and then suddenly people started like, well, then again, I guess I also did visit other people's streams and then like watching tournaments, and then suddenly people started knowing who I am simply because I just did fighting game stuff. So yeah, the more involved you get in a community, the more people are just gonna recognize you.
Absolutely. That's a big thing for, I have an award show that I do at the end of the year called the Church Awards.
Oh.
I give out awards for games that we've played this year on my channel, or songs that we've listened to, people that we've had in the community, things like that. And the only reason I'm able to give out those awards is because, you know, there is a sense of community there, and there are people in the community. And so, you know, without being part of a community, other people aren't going to know who you are or what you're into.
Yeah. Oh, there you go again.
No! I can hear you is the worst part.
Yeah. Well, at least your model's still up this time.
Oh, that's good. My game is still here.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Weird. Okay, well... Oh, I used my spell again, by the way, which means you have to put another card in the pot.
Okay. What about you? What's your best piece of advice to anybody who's wanting to get into content creation?
Don't get hung up on the numbers.
Ah, that's so true.
I don't know how many people who have gotten so discouraged every time they get, like, they see numbers fluctuate, right? At the end of the... sorry, trying not to use that phrase too much. They're just numbers, right? They're data. And it's good information to know, and it's going to help you in the long run. But emotionally be investing in yourself in those numbers all the time is definitely detrimental to your health. Even if you do it for a living or if you do it for a hobby, right? It's just not good to like put all of your mental energy into maintaining those numbers all the time, right? It also affects that the way you perform as well. If you're always hung up on the numbers when you stream, then it's going to show because you're going to get stressed out. And for some people, they just turn the numbers off, right? During a stream because they can't handle it.
Watch view count. I do not watch view count because if I know that there are more than like X number of people, I start to get nervous.
That's fair. I guess, I don't. Well, I was going to say, I actually keep the numbers on, but I guess it's just because it's good for me to know, like, that's interesting. It also, like, just lets me know what's going on. But I think the other thing about it is that I've never gotten stage fright. So that's another thing. I guess it helps that I have a lot of...
I won't unless somebody in chat is like, you've got 75, and I'm like, since when?
I mean, oh man, your debut stream popped off.
I was like, since what happened? I couldn't see view count, and it was because I didn't know how to find it in OBS.
In case you're wondering, you were like close to 100.
Yeah, I know that at one point we popped off at like 109.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I would have freaked out if I would have known that live.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the amount of times that I can keep myself from crying on stream should like be a minimum.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I should say about content creation is that don't try to be perfect all the time. Just do stuff, right? And you'll learn as you go, right? The reason I feel like I'm able to do anything at all is, I didn't see anything.
I don't know. Just one
Oh
card.
yeah, did you put something in the pot, by the way?
Unselect, and I'm trying to put the card in the pot.
Okay. All right, now it's your turn, by the way.
Okay.
But I was gonna say that, drawing 2 more cards.
Yep.
Oh, you might have to. Okay, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm only able to operate like this simply because of the amount of experience that I have, because I've done a lot of public performance, and so I'm just kind of used to people.
That helps a lot. I'm perfectly fine with public performance until I start to think about what my max amount of audience members has been at one time.
Does that mean you probably perform better live than you do like on?
Yeah, like I can perform great live, and it's because I think, I've streamed in front of more people than this, and then vice
That's
versa.
fine.
Whenever I was streaming, I'd be like, I've performed in front of live people that were double the size of this.
Yeah, right. It's great.
Yeah, and once I get to the point where I can't compare it to one or the other, then I start to freak out.
It's just like, yeah, I'm used to being a rock star. It's fun.
And then once I, after I look at the numbers on stream, then I'm like, oh.
Yep.
But for me, I think just having a sense of community is really important for me personally. Also, I personally hate going to streams. This is a personal thing. I hate going to streams and being called out for lurking. I hate it so much.
Oh, yeah.
I will unfollow, I will leave, and I will never show up ever again.
You mean like when they single you out or when they just call out all lurkers?
Okay, I've been in chats before. I
Okay.
love going in small streamers. Like, I absolutely love going in small streamers chat rooms and just hanging out there and just vibing for a while. And like, I love lurking in streams because I work on a lot of graphics, and because I'm constantly working on stuff, I can't be typing all the time.
Yeah.
And I've been in chats with my headset on, and just doing my thing, and all of a sudden I hear, "Church, why aren't you doing this?" And I'm like, what?
What? How do they even know you're in chat?
How do you know I'm there?
Right? Like, I mean, I guess there is a way to find out who's in your chat right now, but like, honestly, it's none of my business what people are doing in my chat. If they want to be up here, then they can just type stuff.
Like, if you want to just hang in chat, I think that's cool. If you want to just, like, vibe and lurk, I think that's also cool.
Yeah.
I see both purposes in both, you know, like,
Exactly,
there's plenty
like-
of times that I'll be doing dinner and watching, like, your stream after I get done with mine, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't type, so...
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
be
mean...
open somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Because it's like, lurkers are the lifeblood of Twitch. They are definitely what runs the viewer count and all that, and just, like, gives people the boost that they need. And so I feel like people should appreciate them. That's your pocket.
Yeah, I was trying to see what was there. I didn't
Yeah,
remember.
it's okay. I didn't see anything. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. I feel like lurker-friendly streams are great. That people should encourage that kind of behavior more, so that people feel safe to do whatever they are doing. Like, no one should ever feel guilty about the fact that they're not typing in chat, right?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, there's probably like an untold number of my friends who I know at this
Yeah,
point.
I think because I've been in a couple of situations, like there's just some stuff that'll make me uncomfy every now and then, and one of them is like whenever people will be talking about numbers in chat, and I think the response to the chat message of like, oh, you have X amount of people in chat or X amount of people watching, I never really know how to respond to that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always like, oh,
I
that's really cool, but like,
yeah, I
I'd
just say
rather
that's
just
cool.
not know because I don't know what to say.
Right. Like, you don't need to point out the viewer count. It's actually like bad manners to do that these days.
Like, I just don't dig it,
You didn't quit.
personally.
Oh yeah, but like, I think to myself, like, there's probably a whole bunch of people I know who are in my chat lurking, but they're just not saying anything. That's perfectly fine. Like, if the chat's quiet, the chat's quiet. That doesn't change the thing that I'm gonna do, right? Right. I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
why.
it's fine to have quiet, normal, like quiet
Yeah.
times and streams too. That's okay.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I feel like if you are concerned about that kind of thing, then you need to like put that expectation at the front of like what the stream is supposed to be, right? If your stream
Mhm.
that day is about viewer participation, right? Then of course that's what you're going to expect and what everyone else should expect too. But if your stream says like comfy art and then you start like calling out people in chat for not being more active, then that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I
Just
guess that
thoughts.
goes into advice for VTubers. Don't call out
English.
lurkers.
Yeah, exactly. Like this
Let
is
your
this is all
lurkers
good
live.
advice, right? You can if you really want to pay attention to your viewer count, then at least keep it to yourself if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
We just want to chill.
I've
Exactly.
taught in front of a lot of groups too, so like performance anxiety is not a huge thing for me unless I'm like solo performing. Or in this case, I guess the equivalent would be like tournament. If I'm like in a tournament, then I'll be super nervous.
Oh, just
But
like
like
saying the fall. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Other than that,
other than that, it's cool.
yeah, exactly. All right, we're coming down to the wire here for the game, but it's my turn, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put. Oh, what the? I'm going to put this card up here. I hope it did not make a miscalculation. That would be really bad. Then it's your turn.
Okay.
Also, I have one last question for you. Well, no, not well. Second to last question, and then after
Okay.
that, we will get questions from chat if they have any.
I'll put that on my pocket.
Question number 8. What is one thing you think more people should know about? It could be anything.
There's a free version of Canva that you can use and get anything done that you need to.
I use Canva.
Yeah, anyone can use Canva. Anyone can graphic design whatever the hell that they want to.
Exactly, right? It's free. Please use it. It's
If
so
you,
good.
If you can think it, you can do it.
Right?
I pay for the full version of it because I do a lot of stuff. I also use it for, Sprite Corner, so I have
Exactly.
to have it. But there is a free version.
Right.
And I think to anybody who wants to like make their own graphics and own backgrounds and stuff, like you can do it.
Right? You no longer have to use weird programs like, I don't know, I can't name any right now. And you don't have to buy other things if you really want to make graphics for yourself for promotional purposes or whatever else. You can even make like a nice greeting card for Christmas if you want to. Oh, hey, Murdoch.
Made my wedding
Graphic
invitation.
design's my
today.
passion. Yeah, for sure. At first I was like, man, how is Canva making any money? And then I realized, oh yeah, no, people really love this premium. Because you get so much from the premium too.
Yep.
I guess I'm
Still working on like Canva sponsorship.
Right. That would be kind of cool, actually. Sponsored by Canva. Man. You just simply make your own stuff. Yeah, you did? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Anyways, it's your turn, right? Oh, you put another thing in a pocket?
Yeah, I put a card in pocket.
Okay, here I go. I put this card in this pot, and that's my turn.
Okay. And I'll put that in my pocket.
Yeah, I guess that's the most passionate thing that you feel like most people should know about.
I think there's so many people who just don't think that they can do stuff. And most oftentimes it's that they just don't know that there are resources out there.
There always are.
So many resources
Like
out there.
someone out there has probably been through the same thing you've been through.
Yeah, there's people out there who exclusively make tutorial content too.
Right.
Yeah, if you can think it, you can make it. I've
Yeah.
seen some crazy things that people make with just the free version of Canva.
Uh-huh. I do think though that like what's it called? Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. No. Oh wait, I remember now. It's so frustrating though when you run into a problem that no one has ever seen before.
Yeah, I I keep doing things in Canva that Canva doesn't know that Canva can do.
Right? It's like, what do I do about this problem? And like no one's seen this before.
Yeah, so the screens that I have on my for my stream for like the stream starting screens, I have a slideshow that has all of the fan art that people have sent me.
Yeah. Oh, I remember WinRAR.
And it's presented in like a phone. It looks like a phone.
Yeah.
And the graphics slide upwards. And that took no time at all.
To do what exactly?
Essentially what it is it's a sandwich of graphics. You've got a back layer,
Okay.
right? You got your back piece of bread.
Yeah.
And then inside of the sandwich, you've got your jelly.
Yeah.
Which in this case would be the pictures that I'm
Okay.
having passed through.
Yeah.
And then over the top of that, there's another layer. Only this looks like it looks like a piece of bread. Only you cut off the crust, and only the crusts are like outlining the sandwich. The rest of the inside of the sandwich is gone.
Okay.
So you're framing the jelly part of the sandwich. And so I've got a lot of little sandwiches like that all over my stream. My old chat box used to run that way too.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a lot of layers.
But Canva, I don't think Canva knows Canva can do that, because if they did, I think they would advertise that.
Wait. Well, as far as I know, you can do layers in Canva.
Oh, you can. And sometimes what you need to do is you need to save an image that you've made in Canva outside of Canva and then put it back inside of Canva.
Oh yeah,
As
you
an
have to
image.
save it as a separate PNG and
That helps a
upload
lot.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
That helps a ton too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
Okay.
also people I know who've used like Sims to make their VTuber backgrounds, or
Oh wow, as in
Uh,
background from The Sims? Oh, that's so
yeah,
smart.
like they build a house in Sims.
Oh wait, that's so cool.
It's so cool. They just build the house in Sims. Or another one I've seen is House Flipper.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Like build their house, build what what their background's gonna look like, and then they just
Yeah.
use that. Like
Mhm.
you can use all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, there's so many different possibilities for making things that it's insane. It's
Honestly,
really
sometimes I
cool.
forget that these options exist. That's like so cool though, every time I think about it. Oh, I should try that
Yeah.
with I should try that with this other thing called Tower Unite. They have a room building thing in that too.
Yeah, you could probably do that in Animal Crossing for sure, Doki.
Oh yeah, no. Oh man, it's so cute. You have an Animal Crossing room as your background. Animal Crossing. WinRAR, yeah. I have 7-zip. I have no need for that. Exactly. It's really bad when you look up a question only to find your own post looking for help. Oh god damn. I hate it when that happens.
Where is he?
This is the worst. Does church have the typical streamer desk? That is food everywhere. I guess this is a good
Uh,
this is a good chance to actually go into chat questions actually, because yeah, we're pretty much near the end here.
Let me describe to you what's on my desk. I have a bottle of water. It's now empty. I have a half-empty can of soda. I've been drinking that now. I have a cup of coffee from this morning that I need to empty out. I don't have food. I just have drinks.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of like Miku figures also. I collect Miku figures, and so I've got some on my desk, and so that occupies a majority of my desk space.
Oh, you know, that was actually going to be another one of my questions. I forgot to put on this list. Like, where does the love for Miku come from?
Okay, there was an MMO back in 2000. I want to say it ran from 2012 until roughly 2020, somewhere around there. It was an MMO called Our World. It's also where my love for Vegas kind of started originally.
Uh-huh.
Because you could play poker there in
Yeah.
this game. But there was a pretty common thing in the meta for Our World where people could customize their character. They could buy different costumes or different pieces of clothes for their character. And it was a pretty common thing where people would do like casual cosplay with their characters. And so I was scrolling through like a casual cosplay tab one day on the internet of just different people's cosplays that they had come up with for the game. From what I understand, the game was pretty similar to like Maple Story.
Okay. Maple Story is
But
pretty
it's
fun.
kind of in that realm. I didn't ever play Maple Story because I played Our World.
Okay.
But one of the outfits that I came across, the casual cosplay outfits, was for Hatsune Miku, and they had a clip of one of her hologram concerts right next to the outfit.
Oh.
And so I watched the hologram concert. And I was like, "What witchcraft is this?"
Oh, it's so good when you see like an actual
It
Miku
was
concert.
so cool. And so that was my first like experience of ever coming across Miku. I came across, of course, like World Is Mine, um, and that era of Miku. So that's whenever I dropped in. Uh, and then I started figure collecting in 2021. And the first 3 figures I ordered were I had one Hatsune Miku figure, one of Ruby from the Ruby series, and
Mhm.
another one of Akechi from Persona 5. And my Miku collection is by far bigger than any of my others.
Yeah, no, I
There's no
believe it.
turning back.
No turning back. For sure.
Do you know Hatsune Miku?
Do you? I do. It's a lot of I mean, man, when did I get into Hatsune Miku? I probably when I first like it was like a long time ago on YouTube. People just started posting Miku songs and like Disappearance of Hatsune Miku,
Mhm.
um, early things like that. Oh man, I loved Triple Baka as well. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
But my favorite Hatsune Miku song is Stargazer.
Oh, that one's a really good one.
I love that one. So the music video is so cute too.
After I came across Miku from the Our World thing, I started. Okay, that was back whenever the PSP had like, it was the PSP was in its full force.
Yeah.
I picked up a PSP and I picked up a copy of Hatsune Miku, which
Hmm.
only came in Japanese, so I did not know how to navigate it
Okay.
as a young middle school child. But I figured it out for the most part, and that's where I really started liking rhythm games too. Was through the Hatsune Miku game. So
Oh
every
yeah.
single time there's a Miku game that drops, I always play it.
Wait, what is your? Well, actually, yeah. No, I just assumed that now, like your favorite rhythm game is anything with Miku in it.
Yeah, I really love a whole bunch of rhythm games. I really like the Persona rhythm games too.
That's a fun
The
one.
Dancing All Night games, those ones are great. I like playing rhythm games on Hitbox. I think it's a lot of
Oh
fun.
wow.
I think
Wait,
it's a
that
good
makes a lot
little
of
challenge.
sense. Wow, why didn't I never think of that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because everything's laid out so well. I want one of those cool, fancy Hatsune Miku controllers, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
So
Oh
alas,
man,
I did not do that.
I think recently got into Taiko. That's a fun one.
Ooh. Oh, I
It's
don't know
your
whose turn it is. Is it my
it's
turn?
your turn because my
Okay.
last card was this one right here. Or no, I put it into the pot. This one. So I'm out of
Okay. Oh,
cards. So
I put another. Oh, okay,
I'm
great.
a card. So you just keep going until you're ready.
Oh, well then. Okay, I'm going to draw 2 cards and
You
place one into the
cannot
pot.
draw if
Ah,
I'm out
dang
of
it, you're
cards.
right.
We're
Let's go
close to
ahead
the
and let's
end.
drop.
Any other questions from chat, by the way? You can think of a drink. She has it. Oh my god.
Probably.
If not, then I'm ready to move on to the last thing. But let's finish up this game first, shall we? Let's see who wins this. And then one last turn. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't play that card.
No, I can't. It's just here. I don't know what to do with it. It's not
All
gonna
right.
serve any purpose.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Top river or bottom river?
Top river.
All right, top river first. Ready? Three,
Okay.
two, one, flip. All right, I have a 2 pair, an 11 and a 10.
I have 2, but it's also nothing. This was just fodder.
Oh, fodder. Okay, that means all these cards are mine.
Became fodder.
We calculate them based on the end of the score. So let's see. This is going to be in total. Oh, why are they all attached? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's going to be...
Do you have a Hatsune Miku shrine? Maybe.
Good question. Maybe.
I
I don't...
have over 40 Hatsune Miku figures.
Oh my god. And they're all different too, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh.
They're all different.
That reminds me though. Sometimes Hatsune Miku just shows up in the most random places, like for example the Battle Cats collab.
Yeah.
40.
She
I
was
know.
supposed to be in like a Magic the Gathering one at one point, wasn't she?
I think so. It's just crazy.
How many are Snow Mikus? I have one Snow Miku. I
Base.
recently broke her actually. I was so sad.
Oh my god.
She had a snowflake that she was holding in her hand, and I tripped. And whenever I tripped, my thumb pressed the little snowflake upward, and I need to fix it still.
Oh my, it's okay. It'll be all right. So I get 6 points from this. So I was at 23, which this puts me at 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And
I'm gonna insist we do the bottom row anyway.
well, no, as in, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. We got to see how many points you do or get. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, flip. I have another 2 pair, an 8 and a 6, and you?
I went for a straight, so I've got 6, 7,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10. Yeah, that's a straight. You win. Go ahead and take your prize.
Put this over there.
What do we have? We have 2, 3, 7, 11 points.
Hey, I got 24 in the end. I was 1 point short.
1 point short. Oh, I'm the first to above 25, so let's go.
So close.
Mm-hmm.
And
25 more points.
Anything.
Actually, what does it say here? Player with points at the end of the game wins. Okay, yeah. Which means it is my victory. Wow.
Heck yeah, that was a fun game though.
I like this game. It's like a weird... It's like the amount of strategy actually goes pretty deep. Which I like,
Oh, I
because
agree.
it scratches that itch of poker, but also makes me think more stuff. And it doesn't, and I don't have to worry about like the betting aspect of it, where like, oh yeah, no, if I lose, then I lose a whole lot of money.
I think one of the best things that you can gamble with in terms of poker is like tasks.
Task. Oh, that's a fun one.
Chores. Like if you're in a roommate, if you got a roommate and you are playing poker, bet with chores that you don't want to do.
Chores or favors. Oh, that's so good. It's like a Faustian
then-
deal.
Yeah, and then whoever wins, whoever gets all of those chores and favors, has to have the other person do those chores or favors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So question
There's
9.
so
Let's
many
just say
more
question.
forms of currency.
Yeah. Let's say question 10 because I asked you about the Miku thing. But here's my last question since we're all done here. Where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me anywhere at church_HB. I've made it pretty universal, so you can find me anywhere, be it YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, of course, Twitch. I've got a website. You can find me there as well, church_HB. If you just look me up, you can find me. You might find a few Hillside Baptist churches. You scroll a little bit further down.
Oh,
Sometimes you gotta put FGC in your Google search, but you'll find me.
There it is.
But thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. You know, I was actually really curious about your profile picture, too, that you use.
Oh, yeah. Oh, which one is it? The profile picture I've got on Twitch?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that was made by AYE. I got that commissioned... It was a couple months back now. I absolutely love AYE's style. I think it's so cute. I think it's so good. They did some more art for me for my re-debut. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I really like their stuff. I also got to pick the pose, so I was pleased.
Very cool. Love that. At first I was like, is your skin supposed to be blue? And then I realized it's just lighting.
Yeah, originally I think the background was light green, and then I took the background out to make it white.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it is the lighting is green on my skin.
Mm-hmm.
But I always say, because I'm Latina, I'm kind of olive toned anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I look a little green sometimes, and I can't help it.
You know what's funny? Like, at least for me, I'm actually tanner than this, but in a bit of a miscommunication with my artist, the skin color ended up being lighter anyway. And we decided to keep it because it just matches the color scheme overall anyway.
That makes sense.
So, oh well. It is what it is. Also, Albert says, your island is really cool in Animal Crossing Church.
Here, I got a lot of time in that island. Last year I set out on a goal that I beat, very fortunately, but I made a deal with myself that I was not allowed to play Animal Crossing until I beat my time in Animal Crossing in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah.
and I had over 1,200 hours in Animal Crossing.
God, the things that people do in Animal Crossing is actually crazy.
I love decorating and like decorative kind of games. I love Sims, but I don't like playing the Sims because I can't keep the Sims alive. I just want to build their house.
It's just like those people who would just purposely make death traps for Sims, like building a pool with no ladder.
Yeah, like I'm not into that. I don't want to raise a family in the Sims. I just want to build a really nice house.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that? Well, I feel like there's a game for that, right? A game where you just design things. I swear.
Yeah, it's like House Flipper, only I want to build it from the ground up and make crazy little things. Right now I'm working on a big Sims lot of all of my friends from my girl gang group, and everybody has their own house. So they're all themed differently.
I love that. Vacation homes, yeah.
Yeah, vacation homes.
I have a lot of simulation games that involve buildings, but not the kind of buildings anyone would care about. I don't know about that. Murder in a wholesome game, no. I mean, there's so many Sims mods too, and add-ons and DLC. God.
That's true. There's so much DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I've paid a good amount of money in DLC.
My goodness. Let's see. Is there anything else? Well, I think that's about it. Yeah. Thank you so much for playing. That's the end of this episode of Bard and Banter. Right? There's only one last piece of business to do, which is where would you like to raid? If you have a suggestion.
Ooh, let's see. I do have quite a few friends streaming right now. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It is a good hour. It is a good hour to raid.
I talked to you guys a little bit about her earlier, but she was one of the. She was the person who I went to go check out her stream to see how the model worked and stuff before I ever commissioned my model artist. Her name is Cherryholic XX. I went ahead and I put that in chat if you want to raid her. She's very sweet.
Okay.
She plays a lot of RPGs.
I feel like I've heard this name before, but let me see. They are live right now. Yes. I'm waiting for the ads to be over, though. All right, sounds good to me. In that case, put a pause on that music, and lastly, just well, actually, yeah, that we shouted you out. We have a raid, so all that's left to do is get out of here.
Well, thank you once again so much for having me. I had a great time, Francois.
Thank you. No, I had a great time too. It was fun figuring out the game. Normally, how this works is that I already know how to play the game ahead of time, in which case it's just been a long time. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So let me just pause this music. And yeah, everybody follow us over here.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank everybody for coming. Thank you for showing up and supporting us. It's a lot of fun getting to know more of my friends and all that, things like that. If you're watching the VOD, then I hope you're having a good one. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come see us. Hopefully get to see you live one of these days. And as for the rest of you, we're going to be rating, like Church said, their friend, Cherryholic XX. They seem nice. They seem very cool, and they're currently playing Professor Layton. So, big brain. And outside of that, yeah, next time you see me will be Sunday for reading and writing at around 8:30 Pacific time or so. Any last words, Church?
Stay true to yourself. Remember, practice makes progress, not perfection.
Yes. Or as my choir teacher used to like to say, it's not practice makes perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. So, practice well, practice hard.
Indeed.
All right, everybody. This has been Francois, and...
Church, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves.
Batman math teacher would say perfection is everything.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
You don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be perfect, okay? Bye, everybody. Bye. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.